After just 1 day's break, the Arabian Cricket League here at the ICCA Academy is up and running again. We've got another mouth-watering encounter coming up. Two very good teams, two top teams taking each other on. We've got TVSL and 7 District taking each other on. TVSL, of course, being skippered by Mr. Saqib Mahmood. And, of course, as always, the tall lad, Mr. Haider, captaining 7 District. And match referee, the most respected Mr. Iftikhar Ali, is here with us to watch the proceedings. Who's going to flip the coin, sir? Saqib, please go ahead. Tails is the call.
It is tail.
Tails. Won the previous game, won the toss today. Things are going good, but what's the plan for the day?
Assalamu alaikum. Difficult one, to be honest. But we'll back ourselves to bowl first today, inshallah. And dry conditions, and hopefully we get some movement with the ball, and hopefully restrict them to a chaseable total, and then boys will have to go out there and then chase it if you have to win this match.
Change of plans from last game. Obviously, you won the toss, batted first and won the game. But a lot of positives, but I'm sure there must be some things that you want to try and improve from that game to this one. Have you discussed that with the Right, then Hafiz Almas has been given the responsibility with the new ball in the absence of some of the regulars of 7 District. He's done well so far. Here he is once again in game number 2 for the 7 District. Jawad on strike for him. Starts off with a fuller length delivery down the leg side. They are crossing over for a single. Could have been very dangerous, but they'll manage to complete it. So Jawad once again getting off strike very early. Probably prefers to be at the non-strikers end. Always the best place to be in a partnership, isn't it?
Well, best place to be when you have your captain batting on the other end, Samir. Saqib Mahmood is one of those individuals who like to take the game by the scruff of the neck. So that would give Jawad Ghani a bit of breathing space. He's like, okay, the best thing is for me to just hand the strike back over to my skipper. Over to you. Oh, where's that gone? He had absolutely no idea where that ball went.
Well, he's looking to play leg side, took the toe into the bat. Thought he played a little too early there. He was looking up, but the ball went trickling towards the skipper there, Muhammad Haider. Must be feeling good himself, eh? Player of the match from the previous game. Won the toss today as well, so seems to be in a good phase in his cricketing life. We're wholly hoping that continues for a long time.
13 for no loss, 7 deliveries in the innings. Playing across the line, Saqib Mahmood, he usually has that tendency to play across the line. It can be a very, very risky ploy, especially against a moving ball. Can get that top outside edge and it can easily lob it to one of the fielders in the closing field. 13 runs on the board so far.
I'm just very glad to see Hafiz Almas being given the new ball here. I always thought he was a much better bowler than he himself thought of himself. Now he's taken on that role. He's looking very fit. He's looking quick. And he's getting that shape as well with the new ball in hand. Much more accurate than he used to be. Oh, that takes the inside edge this time. Playing it a little too early, Saqib. Maybe expecting it to be a bit more faster. And probably that's an indication of what the track is doing as well. Maybe just holding a little bit on the pitch. Batters will have to be careful here not to play too early.
Very comfortable conditions right now here at the ICCA Academy. Mind you, we are in the peak of winter. Later on towards the night, the temperatures can drop drastically. But right now, we're just about... what a shot from Saqib Mahmood. I was just talking about the conditions here at the ICCA Academy. Well, it certainly is favouring him and favouring him big time. Beautifully played by Saqib Mahmood. Third boundary for him. And he is now got a move on.
Well, give him an investment and ask him to buy a house at Long On. That's where he likes to go all the time. Look at that, just slapped. Forget about footwork. It's there to be hit. He just knows one way, that is to go big, and he's gone big again. Hafiz Almas being a little too predictable on that occasion, on that good length. It's easy to get him away. And again, 2 in 2 for him. It's got the legs to go for a 4 as well. Hafiz Almas with 4 very good deliveries. The last 2 though, Saqib read his length quite nicely and picked up those 2 boundaries.
He can certainly be a very dangerous batter, Saqib.
And again,
when he gets going, he certainly
2 in 2 for him.
Very, very
It's
good
got
with his
the
hand-eye
legs to
coordination.
go for a 4 as well.
And so far, he has been pulling it off. 21 for no loss at the end of the second.
Bit of spin early on then for 7 District. The faster bowlers going for a couple of boundaries in each their overs. So Wahab Hassan being introduced inside the power play. Now he's going to just use a bit of flight here. He won't find turn early on with the new ball in hand. But he's very accurate, very agile. Wahab Hassan. A brilliant fielder as well of his own bowling. Certainly a good asset that 7 District have found in recent times. Use of the feet and he's gone. Saw it coming. Wahab Hassan. Jawad looking to get down the track. Maybe came in a little too early. Wahab Hassan saw it and dragged the length back. Wicket keeper doing the rest. Farman Ali, they are very quick behind the stumps.
Feet and he's gone.
TSL lose their first wicket courtesy Wahab Hassan's brilliant bowling. Jawad Ghani makes just 1 run. It's 21 for 1.
Well, an important breakthrough here for the 7 Districts early on. And the new batter in at number 3 is Zishan Abid. He's walked in to replace Jawad Ghani, who's been dismissed of Wahab Hassan's very first over, the second delivery. And a very important breakthrough. Much needed here. First ball to Zishan Abid, safely negotiated. Now it's going to be crucial that these two put on a good stand here.
Wahab obviously started things off with the junior side, but he's done really well to be promoted in this senior side, and he's continued his journey. Continues to be an important spinner, especially in the absence of Haider Ali. He's just put his hand up and performed brilliantly. Constantly been among the wickets, and even in this game, so far, not given away a run and picked up that first wicket. Cut away in the air, no fielder there. So Zishan Abid gets off the mark with the boundary, little too short and wide, and he'll take those 4 runs.
You certainly have full value for shots.
Cut away in the air, no fielder there.
Field, you will be rewarded, and rewarded handsomely. Beautifully played there. Wow, Hassan after a very good over so far. 4 dot balls and a wicket, unfortunately slightly straying outside off and punished by Zishan Abid. Last ball coming up off his first over. Played off the back foot again, and once again he's managed to find the gap, this time with a bit more control along the ground, and the result remains the same.
Similar to Hafiz Almas's last over, the first 4 balls brilliant, the last 2 going for boundaries. Wahab Hassan guilty of being short and wide. Easy pickings for Zishan Abid, who's a very good batter. And if you give him short stuff like that, he's going to pick up a boundary with no hesitation. 3 overs done, 29 for 1.
So it looks like Mohammad Haider has brought in some change. It's going to be the former UAE captain, CP Rizwan, who's coming to the attack. Good to see him roll the arm over. Played some glorious shots
Former
the other day.
UAE captain.
Going to be very interesting to see how he goes about it today with the bat. Now he's got a job to do with the ball. Can he get a breakthrough here?
Very interesting action. Just like his name, I'm going to give you a challenge, Atik. Try and pronounce his surname for me, CP. You have no idea, do you?
Oh yes, I actually did remember about this the other day, and I wanted to make our good friend Ahmed Khawaja pronounce this.
Well, he's going to back out, that's for sure. Big swipe across by Saqib, misses it completely. Okay, stage is yours, Atik. Let's see you try and pull this off. CP, what does it stand for?
So the CP stands for Chundan Goil Pudiya Puriyal.
It's okay, Atik. You'll have to give up on this. CP is probably listening to you after the game. He's not going to spare you.
I'm going to give it another one more try. A very peculiar action, isn't it? Okay, so let's give it another one more try here. So CP Rizwan. So his name goes in something like this. Shundan Poyil Pudiya Purayil.
9 out of 10 for you on that. It's Chundan Gopoyil. We'll ask him once the game is over. 29 for 1. Good over this one so far. Oh! And he's got the wicket as well. Look at that. CP Rizwan has picked up the wicket of the skipper, Saqib Mahmood, who's looked to go for a big sweep shot. And he's perished.
Well, Chundan Gopoyil Pudiya Purayil Rizwan. Well done, well done, brilliant stuff.
Good over this
Gets
one
the breakthrough
so far, and he's got the wicket as well.
It's the skipper who has to depart. Saqib Mahmood, on the other hand, gave it a try. 16 or 15 balls. 2 wickets down, 29 on the board.
$29 for 2. So the spinners seem to be the ones that are going to cause trouble here for TVSL as Ali Abid comes out to bat. Full once again, driven very nicely. What a way to get off the mark. The Abid brothers are now united out there in the centre.
This is the second time. The previous over.
Full once again, driven very nicely. What a way to get off the mark.
Hassan slightly going a bit too short and getting punished for 2 boundaries towards the end. Now Rizwan bowled a very, very good over. 5 deliveries, dots, a wicket. Unfortunately, the last ball, not able to keeping it tight. 33 for 2 at the end of 4 overs. Oh, that's a good looking shot. That's beautifully picked off the pads. And the moment it left the bat, we knew that it was a certain boundary. What a shot from Zishan Abid.
Mohammad Irfan, right arm medium pace.
Oh, that's a good
What a lovely
looking
flick
shot.
off his pads.
That's beautifully picked
Both
off
these
the
Abid
pads.
brothers, not sure if they're actual brothers, but I'd like to call them that. Zishan and Ali, very capable with the bat. Play some good looking shots. TVSL will look to them to now steady the innings a little bit. They've lost 2 quick wickets. The runs, yes, they've come, but in between there have been a few boundaries, but other than that, haven't looked too comfortable. And these two will now look to build a partnership and just steady a few things here for their batting.
Nice little shape there by Irfan. Angling it into the right-hander. Sun now sitting behind the buildings here at the Dubai Sports City. Lovely, beautiful evening here in Dubai. Thursday evening. Just very, very pleasant for all of us. I'd not say that in a few hours, Samir. It's going to be freezing cold out here. Oh, that's close, but I felt that was perhaps was a bit too much swing. It was going down the leg side and a leg bye given rightly by the umpire. That's Mr. Siju. Very, very good umpire. He's got a lot of international experience behind him as well. And he's also out there with Mr. Akbar Ali, another umpire in the elite system. Nicely played there off the pads for a single.
Irfan went too full in the first delivery, got punished with the boundary. Is now just slightly pulling the length back in that good length area. That's probably the way to go on this track. Early, you'll find a bit of swing, but otherwise it's quite nice to bat on. Comes on nicely. Both Jawad and Saqib Mahmood perishing to loose shots. These two will have to be careful here. Play the ball to its merits.
That's more like it. That's the length he's got to keep persisting on here, Irfan. He's a very good bowler. Tall lad. He will give a bit of extra purchase, some extra bounce. Can make it quite a challenge for the batters out there. But that is if he hits the right lines and lengths. He's got to be consistent. He's bowled quite well in spite of going for a boundary of the very first ball. 6 runs on the first 5 balls. He's got to finish strong here now. 40 for 2 so far. There you go. As we said, he slips one down the leg side for a wide.
Yeah, that's been one issue with predominantly every team in this tournament so far. We've early days, but the bowling, the discipline in the bowling hasn't been up to the mark. Quite a few extras, quite a few wides being bowled. That's something that all these teams will have to get right, because those small margins can come back to haunt you later in the tournament. Nice bit of shape again into the right-hander. Once again, it's off the pad, so it'll be a leg bye. And that'll end the 5th over. 41 for 2.
Oh, starts off with a wide delivery and a very good take by the wicket keeper. It was Farman Ali flying across the turf. Brilliant stuff. Saved a certain boundary. Zishan Nasir bowling his second over. Last over of the power play. 43 on the board now. Can they get another breakthrough here?
Well, Zishan's had his troubles in finding his rhythm. Bowled a few no balls even in the previous game. Went for quite a few. This one's much better. Nice and straight. A lot of bowlers undermine the value of trying to be stump to stump. They often go searching for wickets, I think. And in a T20, yes, that can be tempting. You know, you've got only 24 balls. Try and pick up a few wickets. But you always have to go back to the basics. Try and keep it straight. Try and keep it basic. And of course, the pitch, if it's good enough, it'll respond to you. But if not, that's when you start bringing in your variations. But early on, with the new ball in hand, it's got to be that basic test match line.
He heard you, Samir. He heard you right. Zishan Nasir, that is the line he's got to keep persisting on. Once again, these tall lads, they have some very good tall fast bowlers, the 7 districts, who can hit the deck hard. It's a pity that Mohammad Haider is not a fast bowler, Samir. He can get some serious bounce.
When he does bowl, although you're right, he's a bit military medium, isn't he? He's not really express pace. But yeah, you're right. He's got the height for it. Now this one's a little too far. Akbar Ali maybe thought about it, but won't be called a wide. So narrow escape there for Zishan. Yeah, he's now enjoying the bounce he's extracting off the track here. That grass that has been left on this track, which generally is the case with ICC. Sometimes it's dead, sometimes it's fresh. But today it seems to be assisting him getting a bit of bounce here.
But still, there's a lot of greenery, isn't it? It's always a fast bowler's delight. But the good thing is that it's just not only a one-way track. It has a purchase for everybody, for the batters. Oh, this is an opportunity. He's guided and the bowler, Zishan Nasir, takes an easy one. Ali Abid has to depart.
Reward, I think, for persisting on that good length, on that straight line. Sometimes it is that which brings you success. There's no point trying too many things, and Zishan learned that very well. Kudos to him. Look at that, using the pace, using the bounce. Because of those 3 dot balls, Zishan was forced, rather Ali Abid was forced to go big, and he's given an easy catch to the bowler. Good wicket this for 7 district, good wicket for Zishan. That'll help his confidence. 3 wickets down for TVSL, it's 43 for 3.
So Nasir Faraz, another champion batter, walks in at number 5. The Vision Shipping are in a spot of bother. There you see some friendly banter between Nasir Faraz and Haider Wasi Shah. One more delivery to go in the power play. But this man on your screen, Nasir Faraz, is going to be the key here for the Vision Shipping in order to get to a good score. He's been the man in form. Can he deliver the goods here tonight? Bit of extra bounce. Nasir Faraz trying to cut that square. But a very good over from Zishan Nasir comes to an end. Just one wide and a wicket in that over. 43 for 3. The Vision Shipping at the end of the power play overs. Irfan starts. That's a good start with nice delivery just around middle and off. But equally very well played there by Zishan Abid for a single. So power play was done and dusted now. 44 for 3, Samir. Do you think 170, 180 is the pass score, I'd say, on this pitch? But the question is, can they get there from here?
Yeah, these two will bat for a while now for them to get there. Nasir Faraz still to get off the mark. 7 District will do well to apply a bit of pressure on him. Don't want him to get those free runs, and that's why their bowling will have to be disciplined. Can't afford those wides anymore. Oh, well bowled. Very well bowled. Starting from a bit far outside the off stump. And that swung in very nicely. Irfan finds that angle into the right-hander right regularly. If he can just maintain his consistency, just like Zishan did in the previous over, keep it there and thereabout regularly, consistently, and that will certainly bring him some success. And if you can get someone like Nasir Faraz early, with 4 wickets down for TVSL, that will be some serious pressure on the men in red.
Two of the top teams going head-to-head in the competition. The Arabian Cricket League Season 2. The second phase of it. We had the first phase, 60-odd games. We just completed end of November. We had a month's break and now we're back at it for the second edition of that. Oh, beautiful. Muhammad Irfan. He is hitting those right lines, the right lens, and he's swinging it beautifully bowled.
TVSL here under a bit of pressure. As you said, 160, 170. I think they'll have to put up something like that because they are missing quite a few of their regulars. Look at that. Brilliant movement into the right-hander. And they don't have Rohit, the premier fast bowler. He's busy with the ILT20. Ubaidullah Chaudhary is missing. Mohammad Nadeem, their big hitter, and the spinner, he's missing as well. So they are certainly missing quite a few regulars. And because of that, it's these youngsters who have to put their hands up today.
Nice looking shot there. Very well played. Swinging into the right-hander. And equally, Samir, even the 7 districts are missing the likes of Haider Ali and Abdul Ghaffar. Two very good frontline bowlers for the 7 districts who's put them in commanding positions more often than not. We saw Haider Ali pick up that hat-trick. 4 wickets in 4 balls in the last edition of the Arabian Cricket League. He's a champion bowler down the leg side this time.
Yeah, trying to get a bit of bounce. Probably saw what Zishan did and wants to replicate that. But the thing about 7 District is, I think, is that they've created such a culture, such a situation in their team that there's competition for places. So even in the absence of someone like Rais, who's scored a ton of runs for them in the previous seasons, they've got Mohammad Irfan to open the batting. They've got Farman Ali coming in from the junior side. As for the spinners, we see what Wahab Hassan is doing for them in place of Haider Ali. So there are players who can immediately come in and fit into those roles. Whereas TVSL, you find that side a bit wanting. So in terms of being resourceful, 7 District, I just feel they've got the edge in this game.
Samir, with us being the constant here at the Combox in the last year or so, we've actually witnessed the emergence of the 7 Districts team and the quality that they possess, because I remember commentating in the Arabian Cricket League last year, and to see where they are now, I think they've come a long way. That looks very close, very, very close, because Zishan Abid seemed to be slightly standing around that middle and off, but the problem was, I think, the height, and that would have perhaps been the only thing that could have saved him. Once again, another very good over from Irfan comes to an end. Just 3 runs of it. 46 for 3 is the 7 Districts at the end of the 7th. Starts off short and wide there. Mohammad Irfan. Nicely played there by Zishan Abid for a couple of runs down to the deep point region. They get a couple of runs. 48 now on the board. And well, there is Mr. CP Rizwan out there in the field, and I've been joined with another Rizwan, this time an easier name to be pronounced. Rizwan, welcome to the Combox. Very nice to have you.
Thank you very much, Atiq. It's a pleasure to share the Combox with you and Samer. What a wonderful atmosphere out here today. And the way the match is progressing, the TVSL started off quite well, and now they have slightly slowed down because of the wickets they've lost. And at the end of 7.2, they're at 50 for 3. They should be targeting somewhere between 170, 180 to get a formidable score on board.
Well, they certainly do. This promises to be an exciting contest. Two of the best teams of the tournament going head to head against each other. So 50 on the board now for the Vision Shipping. It's been a slow going for them, 7.3 overs. And as per their standards, the 7 districts have done a brilliant job with the ball so far. Down the leg side starts off there Afaq. He's got to make sure that he gets his lines and lengths right.
As long as they can build that partnership, Atiq, for the next 5 to 7 overs, they've got the likes of Shahbaz Ali and Sajjad Maluk in the dugout. You know, they can come with some fireworks towards the end of the innings and they can get them to a formidable total. But I think at this point of time, they need to build that partnership.
So 2 more deliveries to go in the over, 7.4 overs. Oh, that's a good delivery, a bit of shape. Look at Zishan Abid, he looks completely flummoxed. 6 balls.
A swing and a miss there from Zishan, trying to get that connected, but unfortunately misses out on that occasion. They're slowly getting their TVSL.
An opportunity, the ball goes up in the other fielder, comes under it. The 7 districts are known to not miss too many chances. So another wicket falls, the 4th wicket down. And it is the set batter Zishan Abid, who's been out there for 12 deliveries, got 15 runs. Trying to up the run rate, unfortunately not able to time it, and an easy catch.
The
at mid-off.
7 districts are
Easy
known.
pickings there for the fielder. It was in the slot, but he could not connect it to perfection. And Zishan completely disappointed with himself. At the end of 8, TVSL are 52 for the loss of 4 wickets.
Oh, beautiful delivery. What a start by Mohammad Irfan for his 3rd over. He's been in fantastic rhythm in this spell. He's been one of those bowlers who's not been up to the mark, to say the least. Flat, not been very consistent with his lines and lengths, Mohammad Irfan, but today it's looked like he's hit that beautiful rhythm, isn't it? And once you do that, it's always a good feeling.
Absolutely. This time, yet again, carved it over the point region for a good looking boundary there. Nasir this time capitalizes it on this and guides it to perfection.
Well, shot of the day so far.
Absolutely.
Nasir Faraz, beautifully played.
Point region
Magnificent
for a
timing on the middle of the bat.
there.
And that one was one for the taking. Brilliantly played by Nasir Faraz. Now that would help him get some confidence going into his innings. It's going to be very crucial that these two play a long knock for their team. Still plenty of time remaining. We're in 8.2 overs. 56 on the board with over 10.5 overs to go. They've got to make sure that they put on a very good big partnership here today. Very good cricket, isn't it? A boundary followed up with a single.
Gets the new batter Shehbaz on strike, one of the prolific cricketers in the domestic circuit. He is known for those massive hitting. I mean, he's played a blinder in the I-10 which was concluded towards the last fag end of the last year. He played for Amwin Sports Club. He's one of the strongest hitter of the cricket ball, and we could watch out for some fireworks today. It's just a case of him settling down, and he should be all over the place.
Yes, he's a very handy cricketer. Oh, good delivery. That hurried on to him, climbed on him. Finally, very well played as well. There by Shehbaz Ali. Yes, he's a very good cricketer, I'll tell you. He's somebody who can bowl some good pace. Very good all-rounder to have in your team. Shehbaz Ali usually comes around the number 7 position, number 8 position. Today he's been given an opportunity, a promotion of sorts. He's coming at number 6. He's got a job to do here today for his captain. One of the senior pros of the team, Shehbaz Ali and Nasir Faraz as well. It's going to be very interesting to see how they go about it today.
Questions being thrown away towards the batters. Muhammad Irfan has come back really stronger. The first delivery that was faced by Shehbaz was right on the money, and it'll be an interesting contest. Muhammad Irfan back into the attack, and this time again swinging in towards the batter, not giving away any room whatsoever, making it difficult for Nasir to play around. Runs not coming easy, Atiq.
Yes, it's been some very disciplined bowling by the 7 districts so far. They've got to make sure that they keep on chipping on the wickets. They should not let the batters settle down, put on a partnership. They've done extremely well. Look at that. Muhammad Irfan, though he's gone wicketless, he's created the pressure from one end and enabled the bowlers from the other end to pick up wickets. So bowling extremely well here, Mohammad Nadeem. 3 overs for him, 17 runs. Excellent stuff. 9 overs done, 59 for 4. So this has been the story so far. Just look at the top order for the vision shipping. This has been the problem. Nobody putting their hands up. Consistent partnerships not available. Jawad Ghani getting out dismissed cheaply. Saqib Mahmood and Zishan Abid got a start, but was not able to continue. Now Nasir Faraz is on 11 unbeaten out there. He's got a job to do for his team. Very good delivery there by Afaq. He's bowling his second over. 59 for 4. Shehbaz Ali, who's just walked out to bat. Gonna be very crucial to see how these two go about it. This partnership is gonna be a crucial one. Still some batting to come for the vision shipping. Umar Arshad yet to come into bat. A couple of runs, a direct hit was required, I think. And a bit of an overthrow enables them to come for an additional third. So that is slightly sloppy. This is something that the 7 districts have got to make sure that they prevent themselves from doing.
Very rare to see such kind of fielding from 7 districts. They're always up to the mark. At this time around, a little bit of sloppy in the field. Again, coming back to the predicted score, I think they should be looking at least somewhere between 170, 180.
Oh, that's a good looking shot, but straight to the captain at the covers. Mohammad Haider, the tallest lad around 6 feet 4 inches. He'll be able to cover a lot of real estate. Got long strides as well. Once again, straight to the skipper. So 3 runs coming off the first 3 balls. It's a good comeback here by Afaq.
You guys have been commenting for the past couple of days. The weather's been quite different. While we move into the night, it's getting really chilly. I think a good looking shot there towards the point region. They're looking for second, and they get it quite comfortably.
Well, we've just been speaking about the weather here, Rizwan, and usually by the time it's around that 10-11 p.m. we usually are like a popsicle that just come out of a freezer. Last ball coming up of the 10, 64 for 4. The first half has been very beneficial for the 7 districts. Excellent stuff. Just a single down towards the cover region. So at the halfway stage, it's 65 on the board. 10 overs. Remains to be seen how much more can the Vision Shipping get. So Wahab Hassan has been brought back into the attack to bowl his second over. Another very, very good prospect. Left arm spinner. This time a slightly wide outside off. Played towards that point region. The sweeper cover cuts it off. A long chase for him. They keep it down to a couple of runs. 67 on the board. In the last 10 overs, Rizwan, what do you think? Would the Vision Shipping be targeting from here onwards with 6 wickets in hand?
For them to get to a formidable total, we need to have some sort of fireworks coming in from Shehbaz and Sajjad Malook. That's a glorious looking shot over the cover region from Nasir. I think he's getting into his elements now.
Well, you just asked for some fireworks. Nasir Faraz has come out with some firecrackers. Beautiful shot. Look at that.
Shehbaz and Sajjad
That
Malook.
is class personified from that little master. He is a special talent, Nasir Faraz. When he gets going, it is such a pleasure to watch. 20 of 19 for him. He's got the start. He's got to make sure that he goes and makes a big one for the Vision Shipping tonight.
And on the other end, Shahbaz settling down a bit, and once he gets to see the ball, believe me, Atiq, I have witnessed his batting. He is going to go bonkers over here. He is absolutely a wonderful batsman. I think he's just making sure he's getting into his elements and just trying to find his rhythm. And once he sees the ball clearly, then it's all entertainment for all of us out here.
Well, there's plenty of time, isn't it? We're just in the 11th over, so maybe he can still afford to take a couple of overs to get a sighter in. But there you go. This is what Rizwan was talking about. This is what Shahbaz Ali can do. Slightly down the leg side. He made sure he quickly went on the back foot and played it beautifully over the fine leg fielder's head for a boundary.
A wonderful looking shot towards the fine leg region. I think, as I mentioned, it's all about time here now. And once he gets things moving, and they might as well reach 170 quite comfortably. But it's a case of, how they're going to channel their innings, how they're going to get to that point. They need to build those partnerships still, and they need to have those big scores coming in from Sajjad and Shahbaz. And the end of 11 overs, TVSL are 76 for 4.
So 12th over now in progress. Beautifully played once again. A bit of swing into the right-hander. Shahbaz Ali and Nasir Faraz technically very sound. A direct hit, but no extra runs been given. So they're going at roughly around that 7 runs per over mark here. The vision shipping, they've got to get the ball rolling. They need some runs, and these two will be your best bet. Nasir Faraz and Shahbaz Ali. Shahbaz has just got a boundary in the previous over, so he will be high on confidence. He's a very exciting prospect, exciting talent. So is this man, Nasir Faraz. But the thing is, they are up against one of the best bowling lineups in the domestic circuit, the 7 districts. So going to be very interesting to see how they go about it.
It's a case of the sheet anchor role that Nasir will have to take up. They've got for another 3 to 4 overs, and let Shahbaz do the honours from the other end, probably after a couple of overs again. And if that can, they still need a partnership. They cannot afford to lose wickets, as they've already lost 4. And I think they should be in for a good total.
Absolutely. They've got to break it down, isn't it? Oh, this time it's been skied, but he's got it into the gap. He goes over the point region, and Shahbaz Ali gets his second boundary. This is going to be very, very interesting.
Carved away over the point region. Beautiful looking shot. A treat for your eyes. And Shahbaz Ali maximizing the opportunity thrown at him.
Both batters now striking the ball very cleanly. Good signs here for the 7 districts. In fact, the vision shipping, I beg your pardon. A 33-run stand between these two so far. So now they've got to make sure that they utilize it, they capitalize on this opportunity. Not going to be easy for new batters walking in. An opportunity again, slightly short and wide. The fielder gives it a chase. Haider Wasisha trying to cut it off, gives that despair dive, not able to keep the ball in play. Beautiful shot once again. Consecutive boundaries here for Shahbaz Ali.
They are picking up their gaps pretty well now, TVSL. And this time, Nasir finds it to perfection towards the point region. I think as we go towards the end of this innings, we have to hide ourselves, because we've got Shahbaz here and we've got the Sharjah Warriors in the background practicing in the nets. So probably this umbrella may not save us this time, Atiq.
Well, I've been saying it very often, even in the previous edition, that this umbrella has saved our lives on numerous occasions. But yeah, you may be right. It's going to be a very, very tough day for us. 12 overs done, 89 for 4. Well, so this has been the story so far for the 7 districts with the bowler. We got a piece position. Nasir, Wahab Hassan, Rizwan CP bowled extremely well. Very surprising. He's just bowled only 1 over. Gave 4 runs and picked up a wicket. And since then, Haider Ali has not brought him back in. It's interesting to see whether if he will be given an opportunity in the next few overs. CP Rizwan. So 13th over now has been entrusted to Mohammad Sagir. Another exciting prospect. Somebody who can hit the deck very hard. Can he get a breakthrough? Can he break this partnership? These two seem to be quite threatening. 37 runs time between these two. A wicket here right now will do them a world of good, Rizwan.
Absolutely, and I think Nasir is doing a fantastic job playing the sheet anchor role, and Shahbaz playing on the merit and ensuring the bad balls are put away. And Muhammad this time away outside the off stump. Opportunity for the apologies, I beg your pardon. I think that's a boundary. It was outside the off stump and he carved away over the gully region for a boundary.
Well, they say when you slash hard, isn't it? And that's exactly what Nasir Faraz did on that occasion. He was not very much in control there. But the secret was that he managed to find the gap. It was right in between the two fielders, between the deep third and the deep point fielder. Positioned exactly for a shot like that. Maybe something that will be miscued. But on that occasion, it was just sufficient enough to carry it all the way. This time a bit more control. A boundary followed up by a single on that occasion by Nasir Faraz. He's going through very nicely now. 34 of 27 for him. He's just got to make sure that he continues doing what he does, because this partnership now is a very, very good one here for the Vision Shipping.
Absolutely, and I think with the way they are currently moving about, I mean, and with the likes of Sajjad Maluk in the dugout, they should probably aim somewhere between 160, 170. Muhammad yet again this time edge away towards the slip cord, and Rizwan does the fielding there just for a single. Coming back to the score, I mean, they're currently going at about 7.44 runs per over, but in a T20 format, somewhere between 9.5 should be ideal on this wicket. With the kind of batting lineup that 7 districts has, they should probably be looking at somewhere between 170 to 180, as I said earlier, Atik.
Well, they certainly have to get there, but it certainly is going to get a lot of getting to get there. You really need this partnership to flourish. Both batters have got to make sure that they go for a really big score, because 7 overs, that is 42 deliveries. And if they have to get to that 170 mark, that's another 80 runs. So they've got to go at close to 10 runs and over from here onwards. And that would, like you said, is definitely a pass score against a team, against a batting lineup like the 7 districts, who are usually very, very good up front. They've got some very classy batters in their setup. Rais Ahmed not playing tonight, but they've also got the likes of Haider Wasisha and also the former UAE captain CP Rizwan, who played some glorious shots a couple of days back. So 13 overs done, 96 for 4. We're into the last 7 overs of the innings. Stay tuned, because we're in for some serious excitement.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, joining me in the comm box is Samir Yunus. It's a pleasure to share the comm box with you. I've always heard you in the matches, and it's really a pleasure to be with you today, Samir.
Nasir Faraz has looked good for his 35. He's been the one batter who seems to be in control here, who's got the measure of this pitch and the attack 7 District have. Thank you for those lovely compliments, Rizwan. Always a pleasure having relatively new voices like you as well. We wish you good luck as you venture into this new journey. And I'm sure, listening to the little bit that I have of you, you certainly have what it takes and you're going to go a long way. But yeah, this is what we love to do, don't we? The passion for the game. We love coming here and calling it as we see it. No experts, but we certainly do enjoy bringing you this action and add a bit of value to what you're seeing here. Lovely shot. Beautiful. Nasir Faraz. But he's looked certainly very, very good here. Moves on into the 40s with that boundary. A bit of width offer and he's absolutely hammered it.
Beautiful looking shot there over the point region for a maximum. This time Nasir now is accelerating his innings and looking for that magical total of somewhere between 160 to 170. And I think with the likes of Shabazz now also on the non-strikers, they should be looking and targeting that figure, Samir.
Yeah, that's why they are such a good team, TVSL. They always find heroes putting their hands up and rescuing them from difficult moments. This is high. Oh, I spoke too highly, too soon about Nasir Faraz. Will this be taken though? Yes, Zishan holds on to it. So instant redemption here after getting hit for a big 6 towards point. I think he took the pace off on that one. Moments. Yeah, there you go. Nasir Faraz early through the shot.
I spoke too highly, too soon about Nasir Faraz.
This time,
will this be
Zishan
taken
got
though?
the better
Yes,
of Nasir
Zishan
Faraz. It was a difficult pitch for the taking, running behind. But I think he's played the sheet anchor role for the team. And it's now towards the tail-enders and the hard hitters to come good for TVSL. After 13.3, they are 104 for 5. Surprise move from TVSL. I was expecting Sajjad Muluk to join because they've got 6 overs left. In comes Ikram Janjua, who's a very good batter, but I think it will be more of again the sheet anchor role for him.
Zishan Nasir has been extracting some serious bounce off this deck. And he's worked in his favour as well. The first wicket he took, that one got big on Abid Ali this time. Ikram Janjua has been greeted with a welcome bouncer. And yeah, you're right, quite interesting sending in some of their premier bowlers, Janjua and Shahbaz Ali, both of them more renowned for their bowling, but they've been promoted up the order ahead of Sajjad Muluk, which is very interesting. Maybe because they are missing Nadeem in their ranks, they want to maybe protect Sajjad Muluk, sending him towards the last few overs, try and up the scoring rate when it's needed.
I would prefer to have Sajjad Muluk because given if he can capitalize the maximum number of deliveries out there, the score they could actually reach to a very good total. But again, I've played with Ikram Janjua in the domestic circuit for Division 2 and Division 3. He's a very good batsman, but usually he opens up in the Division 2 and Division 3. In here it's coming at about 7.
Yeah, because a lot of big names ahead of him, so it makes sense. He's certainly capable with the bat, that's for sure. This time over the wicket, Zishan, fuller in length. So he's mixing it up very nicely, keeping the batters guessing. I thought he's come back very well in the first game he played. The other day, he went for almost 40 runs. Quite a few wides and no balls, but today, I think he's gone back to the drawing board. Maybe watched the highlights, learned his lessons, and he's come back very strongly.
The good thing about 7 districts is, they come completely prepared. They do their homeworks. They know their practice sessions, they know how to go about everything, and they've got a very good training team which gives them perfect assessment of what they've been doing. And I think it's good to see them, following those basics and ensuring they're giving their best to the team.
One way of succeeding is to ensure you keep getting better, and that's what Seven District have done over the years. End of 14, it's 106 for 5.
Right. Ikram Janjua finding it difficult there at the center. Muhammad, after that wonderful first over, has come back with a beautiful delivery.
Mohammad Sahir bowled really well in the first game. He's picking up from where he left off. He's not the tallest of lads, but he's very skiddy. And sometimes these kind of bowlers, these pitches are tailor-made for them. Oh, it's called a no ball. The wicketkeeper has held on to that, but I think that was off his thighs and he's been guilty of overstepping here. Will be hit, and very importantly, it's Shahbaz Ali on strike, which is good for TVSL.
With the like Shahbaz Ali knowing it's a free hit, he could go big, as Mohammad Sagir will have to come good this time. And coming back to the T20 format, we've just concluded recently the T10 format. This is a slightly different version of it, but as I remember the way Jonathan Trott for Afghanistan has set up the goals for them every 5 overs. If even TVSL can implement them and get to a formidable total, it'll be an interesting contest.
Yeah, even though the formats are shorter, you still got to break it down to even shorter goals. I think that's one way to go about it. Shorter deliveries, change of pace there from Zahir. Shahbaz playing it a little too early and not much damage done with that no ball. Still, I'd say, given the situation of the game, I just feel Seven District still do have the upper hand. If they can now get rid of that man on strike, Shahbaz Ali, and that will certainly put them on the driving seat. But they've done well. They've certainly done well to contain a very strong TVSL batting unit.
For me, in the T20 format, they need to capitalize that power play. The power play is the most crucial part of the game. And this time in comes Mohammad Sagir. This time, shorter ball, played towards the fine leg region for a boundary. A good looking shot yet again from Shahbaz Ali.
That got big on him. Taking it short again, Sahir.
This time, shorter
and
ball.
Shahbaz is one of those guys who's not going to shy away from going for his shots, and he's done just that. Got a thick outside edge, but I think it was deliberate. He wanted it to go big, and because fine leg was up in the circle, it was a very safe option to take for him. There is a deep square leg in place. Sishan, who's just come out here after bowling his over. But the way he played that shot, it was always going to go behind the keeper. So certainly a safe route, and it's got him a boundary as well. In fact, it's been signalled a 6.
A beautiful delivery this time. A good comeback there from Mohammad Sagir. And coming back to Shahbaz Samir, this gentleman plays a lot of cricket in domestic circuit. Apart from playing the hard ball, he is well known in the tape ball, and especially the Pakistanis. They play this game quite regularly. It's a very short format, 6 overs or 7 overs or 8 overs, and they go bang bang.
Off the back foot here, pushing it towards the leg side. There's vast open spaces there. Mid-wicket has had to run in from all the way to the of the boundary line. He's put in a good throw, but unfortunately, they've managed to complete the 2. Yeah, I just learned and discovered about the whole tape ball culture after moving here to Dubai a couple of years ago. Back home in Sri Lanka.
Vast open spaces.
Watch that
there.
replay again.
Has
Good pick up and throw from Wasi Shah, but Sahir should have been at the stumps to collect that. Back in Sri Lanka, we do play straight cricket, but that's more with the actual tennis ball. Not the hard tennis ball, but the actual tennis ball with which they play the game tennis. So quite an interesting perspective to see there. Oh, that's taken. Once again, Mohammad Saghir. A brilliant delivery from him, getting Shahbaz Ali to play early, and that popped up towards his right, and he's put in a full-length dive to hold on to a good catch here. Shahbaz Ali has to go.
Interesting perspective.
This time he'll be touch disappointed with himself. He's earned a very good wicket here. Shahbaz Ali did not expect that coming, and unfortunately heads back to the dugout after that dismissal. And the end of 15, they are 116 for the loss of 6 wickets. In comes Umar Arshad for TVSL. And coming back to our discussion, Samir, you know, the way the Pakistanis play, they use a light tennis ball and they wrap it with a tape. And the kind of speed they generate is absolutely impeccable.
Wahab Hassan into the attack now for his third over. He's picked up a wicket, that first wicket of Jawad Ghani. Now he's been asked to come and try and close this game off. Umar Arshad is certainly capable with the bat in hand. He will now look to stitch together a partnership. Two new batters on the crease. Wahab Hassan likes to bowl to right-handers and to new batters, so this should be an interesting contest. He's bowled much slower than he usually does. Given it a bit of loop this time. Normally he comes in and darts it in. Very well bowled. Very good stuff this from Wahab Hassan. He's very accurate and has been extremely impressive for the few matches that he's played for 7 districts.
Beautiful bowling there from Wahab, not giving any width on offer. Absolutely spot on. This time Umar Arshad would like to go big yet again. Just punched it down towards the ground. A dot ball yet again.
Well, they don't have much time left. Just 27 deliveries after this. In fact, make that 28. And try and get at least about 40 to 50 runs in those to put on a respectable total here. Nicely flicked away towards the leg side. Wahab himself will give it a chase. Can't stop the single. But they won't mind this. As long as the boundaries aren't coming, 7 district will be content with seeing what these batters are doing right now.
And yet again, coming back to the point, I mean, I'm still surprised. Okay, the skipper must have different plans by not sending in Sajjad Maluk, because I've seen Sajjad Maluk, the way he bats. And Umar Arshad will have to come really good with those last death overs. This time, Ikram Janjua placed it towards the point region just for a single. And there's a message sent out from the dugout that they have to play all the overs. But Samir, it'll be an easy chase for them in the event if they get to 150, 140.
Yeah, the demotion of Sajjad Maluk, quite surprising. We'll try and find out info. Maybe there's an injury or some concern. Once again, looking to cut away, but will only be a dot ball. Another good over from Wahab Hassan. This gave away just 3, 119 for 6.
4 overs left, 119 on board. Can they get another 40 to 50 runs? Ikram Janjua facing Mohammad Irfan. Has bowled really well for his 3 overs, just given away 17 runs. He could still find that swing in the ball. Beautiful delivery there from Mohammad Irfan. Omar Arshad has already faced 4 deliveries, striking at just 25. Would have to come big.
Irfan hasn't picked up a wicket, but Atiq made that point very nicely the previous stint. He's bowled well to create that pressure, and the bowlers from the other end are the ones that have picked up the wickets here. Omar Arshad has faced 4 deliveries, has got just 1 run so far. Oh, brilliant. Once again, this ball is 16 overs old, but he's still finding that inward movement. That's more to do with his wrist, isn't it, than any seam movement per se.
Beautiful seam movement there again. I mean, the way it is coming in towards the right-hander at this juncture of the game is quite impressive. And Ikram Janjua again on strike. They will be looking for somewhere. They need to accelerate. They need to come back with those big shots this time.
This is high. This should be a catch. And it is. Midon won't get easier catches than that. Once again, Mohammad Irfan with that movement away from the left-hander, getting a leading edge, leading to a simple catch for the field at Midon.
Easy pickings there for the fielder. And Ikram Janjua was trying to capitalize on that delivery, but this time completely misses out. And he returns back to the dugout. 16.3 TVSL, 121 for 7, and gets Sajjad Maluk to do the closing for TVSL in a good way. 121 for 7. The run rate is 7.33. 7 districts must be quite pleased with their bowling performance here.
Yeah, Mohammad Irfan rewarded with that wicket for some very disciplined bowling. And finally, Sajjad Maluk, we've been discussing it, Rizwan, and they've realized that now is about time. 21 deliveries left in this innings. If he can somehow get at least 30 runs, then that should get them to about 150, 160. And straight away, he's played a nice little flick off his pads. Good bit of fielding there from the fielder. It'll just be a couple of runs as Sajjad Maluk gets off the mark.
A good looking shot there from Sajjad Maluk. Didn't look like he's just arrived at the crease. Played it with confidence. And the beauty about Sajjad Maluk is, I mean, irrespective of the stage of the game, for him it's absolutely see ball, hit ball. He doesn't bother what sort of situation the team is in, but he's known for his massive hitting.
Well, massive hitting is what they'll need TVSL from him. And it's probably one reason why they held him back. Maybe they want him to come out as late as possible, because he's not the kind of cricketer who takes too much time to get settled down. As you said, see ball, hit ball, so a perfect finisher. But the problem is he hasn't got the foundation laid by the top order. So he has to come good. Otherwise, that strategy might just work against TVSL. Oh, beaten for pace and swing there. Mohammad Irfan, another good over by him. Picked up the wicket, gave away just 4 runs. 1, 2, 3 on the board. 7 wickets down for TVSL.
In comes Wahab, who's just given away. This time, guides it towards the long on region for a single. Gets Sajjad Malook back on strike. Wahab has just given away 23 runs out of his 3.1 overs that he's bowled. And I think it'll be an interesting contest this time, Sajjad, with having Sajjad on strike.
Yeah, he's certainly going to go after Wahab Hassan, who's bowled well. Offering fly. This has gone straight up in the air. Long off is getting underneath it. Holds on to it. So the good times for Wahab Hassan continue here at the ICCA Academy. He's picked up the big wicket of Sajjad Malook.
That was a pricey wicket. It was slower in the air and Sajjad Malook was trying to heave it over the long on region, but could not find the fence this time, right into the hands of the fielder. Good looking catch, and 7 districts are performing extremely well in all 3 dimensions with their bowling. I'm sorry, in 2 dimensions so far, with the fielding and with the bowling. And Sajjad Malook heads back to the dugout without troubling much. After 17.2, TVSL are 124 for the loss of 8 wickets.
Right then, Danish Qureshi, very fine bowler for TVSL. He's now come out. They've got about 15 deliveries left in this innings. If they can at least try and get run a ball, that will get them to about 140. Maybe their bowlers have something to bowl at, Ramiz. Rizwan, beg your pardon. I do have a close friend called Ramiz. Oh, miscommunication here. Direct hit was required, but not to be.
Will make your life easy as opposed to CP Rizwan. My name is Rizwanur Rahman.
Much easier surname. I'll give you that. That's why we just call him CP instead of going for his full name. But I think I'm okay with pronouncing it. Chundan Gopayil Pudiya Purayil.
Well done on that.
I think when you come to Dubai, you've got to know a bit of Malayali for sure.
I mean, irrespective of whether you know or not, eventually you will learn down Malayalam, starting from Sugamano and Kodpilla. I mean, when you play with so many cricketers who are from Kerala, yes. I fail to understand the kind of cricket Kerala has produced in the domestic circuit here is absolutely impeccable. It's very rare to see those cricketers representing India from Kerala, but they've got immense talent, I would say, Samir.
There's a huge population of Keralites here in UAE, and they're certainly very well involved in the cricket as well. Beaten by turn there, Omar Arshad. A little polite inquiry from Farman Ali, but the umpire says no mate, that's not even interesting to go up. Superb spell this from Wahab Hassan. Picked up 2 again, gave away just 24. It's 125 for 8. 2 overs left in this innings.
It's here in UAE.
Mohammad Sagir into the attack. This time guides it towards the point region just for a single. And I think it's looking quite bleak now, Samir.
Yeah, the instruction must be simple. Bat out the 20 overs, get as many as you can, and then we'll try and have a better day, better evening with the ball in hand at least. But 7 district, wow. After winning the toss, they've done all the things right. First, they chose to bowl first. And they've bowled brilliantly so far. This is high up in the air again. And long on, holds on to yet another good catch. Well, the catching for 7 districts today has been superb. And so has the bowling, because of which they've got TVSL 9 wickets down inside 19 overs.
They've been absolutely instrumental in the fielding department today. This time, it was high up in the air. Not an easy one, but the fielder judges it to perfection. A wonderful looking catch there. Ends the innings of Umar Arshad, who scored 3 of 7, 126 for 9. So coming back to our discussion, whilst we were talking about the people from Kerala, I mean, I've played a lot of domestic circuit here, Division 2 and Division 3. The number of teams are, I would reckon, more than 6. And the beauty about their team is the bonding that they have within themselves. And they will fight it out from ball number 1 till the last ball that is bowled. I mean, quite impressive, Samir, I would say.
Rizwan, I think that applies to all your countrymen. Indians are generally very passionate about their game, as they should be, of course. But you're right, yeah. I think, and that aspect of unity and bonding among the Keralites especially, I've seen that beyond cricket, in every aspect for that matter, whether it's in business, whether it's in relationships, in community living. I've seen that they're quite on the lookout for each other, and that's a great aspect to have. And it also, of course, extends into other ethnicities and other races as well. They're generally people who are there as a friend for you whenever you need, and I think that's great to see. Of course, Dubai is a melting pot of different cultures and different ethnicities and different backgrounds, and despite all of that, to be able to live together in harmony, and that's obviously what this city is known for, isn't it? And of course, our friends, the Malayalis, they're great ambassadors of that bonding and togetherness that we enjoy here in Dubai.
And absolutely, and this country, the kind of exposure that it provides, and with multiple nationalities, you have a lot of people from the subcontinent, India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh. We have now cricketers coming in from Nepal, South Africa, a lot of Britishers here, people from UK playing cricket. So it's a wonderful exposure even for the players who are playing domestic cricket here.
Beaten for pace once again. Awais Sarfaraz is the last man in for TVSL. Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised, Rizwan, when I came here in 2022. When I left Sri Lanka, there was the one thing that I had on my mind, that I'm going to give up my commentary career, won't be involved with cricket anymore. But when I come here, I look at the domestic setup, and the amount of cricket that is played here at the domestic level is just unbelievable. And that's possible because of the amazing facilities that you have here, especially this ground, the ICCA Academy. I mean, there's no excuse to not produce quality cricketers when you have tournaments like this regularly, when you have facilities like this, and when you have players coming from all over the world and playing regularly like that. And that also is testament in the way UAE cricket has progressed in the recent past.
Absolutely, and it dates back to 2007-8, Samer. It all started off with the cement cricket, cement pitches. There used to be a lot of grounds in Hamria and Khuwain, and the likes of Rizwan Sipi. They all have played domestic cricket. They all have played those cricketing, all the matches in those domestic circuit. And the way cricket has evolved over the period of time is absolutely, insane. I mean, the number of grounds that you see here is absolutely brilliant.
Brilliant, just like 7 districts bowling. We'll chat more on that with 1 over left in this innings. It's 126 for 9. TVSL in all kinds of trouble. The last over will be bowled by Zishan Nasir. They started off with a low full toss. They're coming back for the second. This might just be an opportunity, but the throw should have been a better one. An important 2 runs added to TVSL score. Danish Qureshi with that shot. Zishan has picked up a couple of wickets. He's bowled well. All the bowlers, in fact, for 7 district have contributed here. And that's why they've got TVSL under 130. They lost 9 wickets with this last 5 deliveries coming up in this innings.
They always say low scores are deceptive, but again, they'll have to play out of their skin to win this battle, TVSL.
that got to him very quickly. Danish Qureshi didn't know too much about that. Zishan for that matter, has really improved from that previous game. He's found his lengths earlier on with the new ball. He was finding a bit of bounce here. Now he's just skidding through and landing in the right areas. A lot of the batters have struggled today. I wonder if that's got to do with the pitch, or it's just been indecisive batting from the TVSL top order. For me, it seems to be the latter, because the pitch doesn't look too harmful.
Absolutely, Zishan yet again. This time, short ball. All questions thrown at Danish Qureshi. One for the over, signaled by the umpire.
Well, Danish will be looking at this and saying, wait for my turn. I will also get the ball in hand and try and get the same assistance off the deck. But it's never easy when you get all out for a low score, or rather finish on a low score and come back to bowl, because you always have that in the back of your mind. I don't have too many runs to defend, so your mindset is wickets, and sometimes that can work against you. Looking to swipe that towards the leg side, really took his eyes off and beaten comprehensively there. Good over this, the last one for 7 District.
Was looking for a no-look shot there, and I could see one guy who plays the no-look shot to perfection was Khamarawan. And this time, Danish Qureshi, that was quite fast, and this he could not connect it, and it went down straight to the keeper.
Last 2 balls left in this innings. 128 is all TVSL have managed so far. Makes room this time, but once again won't be able to make any connection whatsoever. Awais Sarfaraz is on the non-strikers end. He's going to be in action soon with the ball in hand. This is super stuff from 7 District. With the ball in hand and in the fielding, they have been 100% today.
Brilliant stuff from 7 Districts. 2 runs given away, 3 dot balls on the trot. Pleasing for the skipper and the team. Yet again, this time he tries to run, gets a bye. Umpire signals it a bye.
Yeah, they had to go for it. They didn't have much choice, and in the end, just 3 runs off this last over, and TVSL finish on 129 for 9 in their allotted 20 overs. Super stuff from 7 District. They won the toss, chose to bowl first. An interesting decision, we thought, but what a master stroke Muhammad Haider has played, asking his bowlers to take first lease of the wicket. They've restricted TVSL to a low score. The job is not done yet, but they certainly will believe that this is a total that the batters will make light work of.
Looking at the batting there, Jawad Ghani was unlucky. Got stumped off Farman. Saqib Mahmood scored 16 or 15. They built those partnership initially on, but they could not capitalize on it. Zishan Abid getting out for 15. And Nasir Faraz played a sheet anchor role, was supported by Shahbaz Ali. And at the center, it was looking that they might come big with the likes of Sajjad Maluk. And unfortunately, single digits towards the end of the scorecard, they could only manage to get 129 for 9, and out of which 15 were extras. So 7 Districts need 130 from their allotted 20 overs.
But right now,
well, here's the highlights.
About
Hafiz Almaz went for a couple of boundaries early on, but Wahab Hassan very early in his
Used
spell
the feet and he's
picked up
gone.
Jawad Ghani, and that started the downfall of the top
Cut
order.
away.
Yes, there were a few good shots.
29 for 1.
CP
Good
Rizwan
over this one so far. And he's got the wicket as
of
well.
Saqib
everybody
Mahmood.
for the batters. Oh, this is
After
an
that, it
opportunity.
was
He's guided,
a lot of
and the
trouble
bowler.
for TVSL. There was a nice
Absolutely.
little partnership
This
in the
time
middle
yet
between
again,
Nasir Faraz
carved
and
it over.
Shahbaz Ali. They
Not
were
gonna
looking
be
quite
for
good.
new batters walking in.
Unfortunately, after a
Opportunity
couple of
again,
good shots,
rescuing them from difficult
Nasir
moments.
Faraz perished. This is high. Oh, we spoke
Once
too
again,
highly,
Zishan
too soon
Nasir
about Nasir Faraz.
that wicket.
Will this be taken though?
That
Yes,
started
Zishan.
This
Oh,
time
the
it comes
collapse from
Mohammad
TVSL.
Shakir. This
Just
time
never
shot
got
a ball.
going. Yes, Shahbaz Ali with a
Played
few good
interesting
shots here and there.
perspective.
Brilliant
See
catch
there.
there from Saghir Khan. Oh, that's taken. And the wickets just kept coming. This is high. There should be a catch. 7 District relentless
And
in
it
their
is.
bowling, relentless in the field. TVSL just didn't have any
bowled
answers
well.
to some very good bowling.
Offering
Wahab Hassan
flight,
came back
this
and
has
got the
gone
wicket of
straight up in the
Sajjad
air.
Maluk, and with
Long
that
off
all
is
the
getting
hopes of
underneath it,
TVSL
holds on to
went
it.
begging for a big finish here so far. This
And
is
in
high
the
up
end,
in
they
the air
only
again.
managed
129 runs. Long on,
as
holds
wicket
on
kept-
to yet
kept
another
falling.
good catch. Lose 9 wickets in total. Good outing for the bowlers. Couple of wickets for Zishan at the top. Hafiz Almas, just a 1 over for him, which was quite surprising. Wahab Hassan, once again, good figures for him. 2 for 24. Rizwan CP with the 1 over, 1 for 4. Muhammad Irfan, very tight, 1 for 21 in his 4 overs. And Afaq Shahid, Muhammad Saghir, both getting 3 wickets between themselves. Slightly expensive for Afaq, but a good outing nevertheless for all the bowlers of 7 districts. Just those extras is something they'll have to be mindful of. But the fielding was just fantastic. 7 districts then will come out to bat in a short while. They need 130 runs from their 20 overs. We'll be back shortly with the chase.
Well, good evening and welcome back. We're just about to start the proceedings of the second innings of this chase. The second innings of this game, a wonderful contest in progress, and the 7 districts have limited the vision shipping to 129, which is nothing short of a brilliant effort. Limiting a team like the vision shipping to 129 is absolutely brilliant. Just look at that, the scorecard. The top orders, nobody getting a move on. Not many batters able to get some scores, but Nasir Faraz and Shahbaz Ali. Give it a try, a 43 of 32 balls for Nasir Faraz and Shahbaz Ali. Getting a good partnership between, enabling them to get to a post of 129. But none of them able to get a move on. So here's the first ball of the second innings, and starting off with a good length. Just bring it into the left-hander. Good delivery there by the skipper, Saqib Mahmood. And the two batters out there, Mohammad Irfan and Farman Ali, two hard-hitting batters. They want to get a good start here for the 7 districts. They'll want to make sure that they be quite positive with the bat up front, especially in the power play overs. They usually are a positive bunch. The 7 districts, they usually like to get going, especially chasing a small score as to what the vision shipping have set. They like to hit the ball running. This is going to be an interesting contest. Farman Ali now taking strike. He's been in very good form. Just pushing it with soft hands down to deep third for a single. And Farman Ali is off the mark. Both batters off the mark. And I've been joined here in the comm box by Samir Yunus. Samir, welcome back. This is going to be interesting.
Thank you, Atik. Good evening to everyone who's just joined us for this chase. TVSL will have to bowl really well here to defend this 129 that they've put up. Good delivery there from Saqib Mahmood. He's generally not express, but lands it in the right spots regularly. Mohammad Irfan, stylish left-handed batter, likes to go big. Certainly in no hurry chasing this 130, but they'll know that they have to be positive at the top. Can't afford to take it too easy as well. Complacency can lead to your downfall. Too close to cut, but he'll manage to just let it trickle towards the point fielder. And they'll also manage to get a single. Nasir Faraz unable to prevent that one run. The first run for Mohammad Irfan. The second run for Mohammad Irfan.
Well, yeah, they've got to play their natural game, Mohammad Irfan and Farman Ali. They just cannot be complacent and take it easy. They've got to make sure that they put the bad balls away, keep rotating the strike, get a feel of the pitch, the pace of the pitch, and then they can try and make the chase easier. A quick single towards covers. Safely done.
This is another good feature of these two. When they bat together, they're constantly looking to get those ones and twos, dropping it with soft hands. That's something also that is quite undervalued in the T20 format, or rather the shorter formats in general. Yes, you are looking for those boundaries quite often, but in between, those ones and twos add up quite a bit, and they can sometimes be the difference and in the margin between winning and losing a game.
Last ball coming up of the first over. And an opportunity just in the air for a second. Shahbaz Ali at mid-wicket was interested for just a wee bit. So first over done. 4 runs on the board, 7 districts. Oh, gets an outside edge. The first wicket down. Danish Qureshi. What a start this is turning out to be for the Vision Shipping. A bit of hint of movement away from the right-hander. And Farman Ali gets a feather. A neat catch taken behind by Mohammad Arshad. And the first wicket falls for the 7 districts.
I think I'm a big fan of this lad, Danish Qureshi. He's quick, he moves the ball both ways, and he lands it on the right spot, right in the first ball that is bowled here. A wicket off his first delivery. 7 district lose their first. Farman Ali has to walk away. It's 4 for 1. Danish Qureshi then to bowl to Syed Haider Wasi Shah, who started off with a good-looking shot here. Straight to the fielder, but won't be able to hold on to it. He gets off the mark with that single.
Yeah, that's a good start. They just got to make sure that now they push on here. 2 very good batters out there. Haider Wasi Shah, one of the best batters going around in the domestic circuit. The 7 districts are down. One of their big hitters, Rais Ahmed, who's gone back to vacation to Pakistan to get married. Congratulations to him. He was the man of the series of the previous Arabian Cricket League, so they definitely will miss his services. But Mohammad Irfan, on the other hand, what a shot! Just made sure he got on underneath the ball, and he hit that into orbit. The first 6 for the 7 districts.
Coming back into him, Danish Qureshi. And look at that, he just threw everything at it.
His service
Went a long way up in the air, but crossed the boundary line by just a few inches. Just have another look to confirm that it is in fact the 6. Yes, it is. Just a few centimeters outside, and that will do for Mohammad Irfan. And that's the kind of batter he is. It doesn't matter whether you're chasing a small total or a big one. When it's there to be hit, he's going to go after it. Slip in place now. Jawad instated to the first slip. Danish Qureshi with the ball. He will move it both ways. There you go. That's the angle away from the left-hander. They're coming for the single. Once again, a little too slow, the fielder. Unable to prevent that one.
Well, I'll tell you, a direct hit on that occasion would have been very, very interesting. That would have been, perhaps may have been a bit short as well there. So now Haider Wasi Shah on strike. 12 for 1, 1.4 overs. When he gets going, I'll tell you, Haider Wasi Shah, it would be an absolute pleasure. Very fit, young. And he's... Oh, gets an inside edge there. And he's very much a fitness buff, Samir. Hits the gym on a regular occasion. One of those cricketers with those 6 packs, Haider Wasi Shah.
Yeah, I think he's looking for 7 packs because he's playing for 7 districts. Maybe that's why he's on at the gym so often. No, but you're right. He's a fit bloke. He likes to stay fit, and of course that is the demand for modern day cricketers. You've got to be at your peak fitness. Once again, he's looked to get that quick single in farm, but on that occasion it went a little too quick to the fielder. A successful over for Danish Qureshi, except for that 6. It's 13 for 1. Saqib Mahmood into his second, gave away just 4 in his first over. A bit of movement away from Syed Haider Wasisha. I'll let that one go. The slip is in place, so that's good to see. They are in attack mode here, the TVSL, and they'll have to be, because the only way they're going to defend this total is by picking up wickets regularly, and especially inside the power play. Don't allow 7 District to bat them out of it.
And they've got to keep picking up wickets in regular intervals. They've got, because the 7 districts have a very, very deep batting lineup. They bat all the way down to number 9. They've got some serious players in their ranks. So right now you can say that the 7 districts are the favourites, but you just cannot count a team like the Vision Shipping out, isn't it? They're a very, very good unit. Unfortunately today not clicking with the bat. A good delivery there. Saqib Mahmood just keeping it outside off. And closely watched there by Haider Wasisha, letting it go.
Yeah, he shuffled across, thought about going towards the leg side, but just at the last moment, letting it go, realizing that that's going to swing away from him. Too much of a risk to be playing a shot like that. A big thank you to our new commentator for helping us with chai. Thank you, Rizwan Bhai. We owe you one.
Well, I've just said it earlier. We have an easier Rizwan here in the com box, a name to be pronounced.
Yeah, we'll wait for CP Rizwan to come out to bat. He will, obviously his team won't want him to bat today. But if he does, we'll have fun with his name. Chundan Gopail Pudhyapuril Rizwan.
Congratulations, Samir Yunus. You are showing why we Sri Lankans are so flamboyant with names. Comes down the track. And it's in the air. There's a fielder coming under it. And he makes a big, big mess of that. Goodness gracious. Samir Yunus, sincere apologies for crashing the party. But there's a bigger party being crashed out there.
Well, Shahbaz Ali will be absolutely livid with himself. That was in the air for a long, long time. And he had all the time in the world to settle comfortably under it. And Saqib Mahmood is not a happy man. I'll tell you that much. Shahbaz Ali won't look him in the eye. And that was an opportunity there to apply some real pressure. Get that big batter out. Syed Haider Wasisha offering an opportunity. But not obliging here, TVSL. And salt in the wounds here. That's gone a long way behind us for a maximum of the bat of Muhammad Irfan.
We were running for cover. This umbrella right above us was not going to save us. Goodness gracious, outrageous shot there by Muhammad Irfan. Getting down on one knee and literally sweeping the fast bowler all the way for a 6. What a shot from Muhammad Irfan. Such a pleasure to watch when he gets going.
Because Saqib Mahmood hasn't got all that pace, Irfan had the time to get down on one knee and give it a proper old-fashioned slog. And that'll only make someone like Shahbaz Ali feel even worse than he's already feeling. Put down a chance offered by Syed Haider Wasisha. They got the single. Muhammad Irfan came back on strike and he's hammered a huge sixer to make matters worse for them. So far, things aren't going right for TVSL.
Well, that catch dropped off Haider Wasisha. How costly is that going to be? Because we've seen how Wasisha can make the bowlers pay very dearly. He's one of those batters, when given an opportunity, he makes maximum use of it. Can this be his night today again?
Dot ball there by Saqib Mahmood. He's still given away only 12 runs. He's generally been pretty accurate, except for those 2 sixes that he got hit for. A 4 and a 6, that is. Muhammad Irfan has looked positive. Last ball of the over. 21 for 1. 7 District have on the board. They're going along nicely in chase of that 130. This is down the ground. Sajjad Maluk at long on will hold on to it this time. So Muhammad Irfan looking to repeat the heroics. Plays one shot too many and has to walk away.
Sajjad Maluk out with those bucket-like hands. He was not gonna miss that. Saqib Mahmood, the skipper, was practically with his eyes closed, hoping that Sajjad Malook would take it. This time they don't make a mistake. And the 7 districts lose their second wicket. Huge trouble here now. 21 for 2. So CP Rizwan, Chandrapoil. Could you repeat that again, Samir, for me?
Don't do it, I think. Don't attempt. I think you may as well give up because Rizwan's going to get offended if he hears you say doing this, so don't do it. Chundan Gopayil, Pudhiya Purayil, Rizwan. CP Rizwan, that's what we'll call him.
I'll stick to CP Rizwan.
Yes, he's at the non-striker's end. Now he's walked out because TVSL have managed to pick up 2 wickets here inside the power play, which is exactly what they needed. Danish Qureshi bowled a good first over. He's now back for his second. Nicely played. Standing upright and pushing that into the gap. And that might just run away to the boundary. A tantalizing chase for Nasir Faraz, but it's the ball that will win the race. Good looking shot from Syed Haider Wasisha.
Full in control there, Syed Haider Wasisha. Look at that. Just making sure he's held his balance well. Just made sure that he got good contact below his eyes. And all he had to do was get the gap and he got full value for shots. Beautifully played there by Haider Wasisha. He moves on to run about 7 now. 25 on the board. And now perhaps 2 of the best batters out there in the middle. The former UAE captain CP Rizwan and Haider Wasisha, they'll need to get a partnership on here right now.
Dragging the length back there, Danish Qureshi going short this time. He's managed to pull that down towards deep mid wicket. Shahbaz Ali there with the chase. He'll get a couple of runs. Syed Haider. So he's given that chance and realized that he can't take any more risks. So trying to go along the carpet. And that shot that he played previously, I think, was more evidence, more testament to the fact that this pitch is a good one. And it's coming on nicely. If you play good cricketing shots, there's value for it. A lot of the time we've seen batters, especially from TVSL, trying to go across the line, trying to play this, almost force the issue. That's what led to their downfall. But if you're willing to play the ball to its merits, there's ample runs to be made.
Oh, that's close. Maybe a bit of height and going down the leg side as well. But Haider Wasisha, you're right, Samir, but also it is also a testament for the kind of quality that he possesses as well. He has a bit of extra time, isn't it? Quite evident with classy players. Even at the international stage, many names come to our mind. Virat Kohli being one of them. What a talent. Brilliant stuff. Haider Wasisha, quite definitely amongst one of the best here in the domestic circuit in the UAE.
Good lines this from Danish Qureshi. And that's why he's such a good bowler. One thing is he can move it both ways, in swing and out swing, and he's also on that 4th stump line very regularly, and that's what makes him such a good bowler. Very difficult for a batter to adjust to what he does. He bowled a couple of in-swingers, now these 2 out-swingers, now these 2 coming back into the right-hander. That's what casts that doubt in your mind as a batter. Oh, that was almost a half chance. Danish Qureshi bringing that back into the right-hander, playing it a little too early there, Syed Haider. But he was safe that it didn't go to his hands. Single to end the over, 4 overs done. They're going along nicely at 7 runs per over. It's 28 for 2.
So throw now in progress, slightly outside off, and an opportunity of a run out on the non-strikers in. CP Rizwan, he was caught napping. He was halfway down the pitch. Rightly called, a loud call there by both batters, enabled him to get back. So he was now off strike for a while. He's got an opportunity to wheel the willow, to say the least. CP Rizwan played some glorious shots the other night. Really look forward to see him bat tonight.
Speaking of batting, Atiq, you certainly enjoy playing the game. When was the last time you played cricket?
Last night, Samir. Oh, has he got an edge? Yes, he has. CP Rizwan has to depart. The former UAE captain playing a loose shot way outside off stump and gets a slight nick. And unfortunately tonight is not gonna be a night for Chandragopal Rizwan. Golden duck for CP Rizwan today. 7 districts now in a spot of bother. 29 for 3. The skipper walks into bat. Mohammad Haider in at number 5, 29 for 3. Played a very good knock the other day. He anchored the innings. Mohammad Haider, he'll need to play a similar role here today. He's joined his senior pro on the other end, Syed Haider Basisha. Both of them quite capable of a very good score. Gets an inside edge and gets off the mark with a couple of runs.
A player of the match from the previous game. Really played an important innings. The skipper held the innings together. Player had run a ball, but it was necessary that someone had to do it, and is out here today quite early on with the bat in hand. TVSL are making a game out of this, aren't they? Early wickets in the power play. They have 7 districts on the rope, and this should be an entertaining finish here. They won't give up so easily, TVSL. That's why they're such a highly rated team here. We have one just shorter in length. Mohammad Haider probably trying to do the right thing, walking down the track, trying to negate the swing by getting to the pitch of the ball. But it just might just be doing it a little too early and allowing the bowler to make an adjustment in his length.
So exactly 99 runs now required for victory. 31 for 3. This has been a good start indeed by the Vision Shipping. They've kept the pressure on. Oh, gets an outside edge. A very good effort there. The point fielder, Nasir Faraz, being the usual live wire he is at that point. Great effort.
Yeah, they're certainly applying the pressure now, TVSL. Came out to bowl, not having much on the board. So far, they've done all the right things. They've picked up 3 wickets inside 5 overs, and this is something they'll have to continue doing. 99 to win now of 91 deliveries. 7 District just need one good partnership of about 50 to 60 runs. Let's that one go, Mohammad Haider. The right thing to do. Just see off this new ball, and then there's runs to be made. 5 overs done. Good stuff this from TVSL. 31 for 3, 7 District.
Nicely played there, soft hands, a quick single down to covers. Oh, direct hit. Slightly sloppy there by the skipper of the 7 Districts. He was not creasing the bat. He was just running across like a roller coaster train. Somehow, he's made it inside there with those long strides of his, Mohammad Haider.
Danish Qureshi with his 3rd over. Doing the right thing here, Saqib Mahmood, offering his premier bowler an extended spell here in the power play. The best way for them to go about is to try and pick up early wickets here. And he'll need his premier bowler to do that for him. He's picked up 1 wicket already, Danish Qureshi. If he can pick up 1 more here in his 3rd over, then that'll really put 7 Districts on the back foot here. And that will have a game in our hands. Oh, brilliantly bowled. Bounce and move. Not too much about one. This is good stuff from TVSL. .98 required of 88 deliveries. This is becoming a really good contest here. Slip in place. And Mohammad Haider fishing at that one outside the off. Danish Qureshi now. The next one, I'm sure, is going to be an in-swinger to Mohammad Haider because he's bowled a couple of out-swingers. Now he's going to get him to try and play at it.
I'd like to see him bowl a Yorker here now at this stage. Mohammad Haider, being the tall lad he is, it's not going to be easy to get that bat down in time. And if they can hit that length, Mohammad Haider, it will be quite a challenge. 2 of 6 for him. So Danish Qureshi now is bowled extremely well. Oh! Good delivery. Kept it straight. A bit of swing. Was interested for a second there.
Yeah, that one held its line. They didn't really swing in, but Mohammad Haider was on his back foot. Just getting the top part of the bat. I think the idea between these two batters now is to try and see off this new ball attack. Can't afford to lose another wicket very early on here. The power play so far has certainly belonged to TVSL. They've made a game out of this, and that's so great to see. You don't want to see a one-sided affair. The bowlers are certainly fighting back.
Oh! Samir, he heard me, Samir. Told him to bowl a Yorker to him. But Haider did extremely well to bring the bat down on time.
Yeah, that was curling into him. And that's what Danish Qureshi does. Curls it back into the right hander. And then he's bowled that stock outswinger that he does to the right handers. So quite a useful bowler. 18 for 1 in his 17 deliveries so far. Now Syed Haider is on strike. Maybe just watch this delivery out. Get Danish Qureshi off. Then try and go after the other bowlers. A nice shot. Lofted over the covers. Was there to be hit and he's made full use of that. Syed Haider Wasisha. Much needed boundary for 7 District.
Ravishing drive over the mid-off fielder. Haider Wasisha is beginning to look good. So 6 overs done. 37 for 3. A good power play for the Vision Shipping.
Well, Saqib with bowl out here. And he just does that generally. Oh, big outside edge. Muhammad Haider with an agricultural shot there. Gets a big edge, goes over the slip. And his good luck continues for Muhammad Haider.
Well, he's been riding, isn't it? In the last couple of games, Muhammad Haider. It's a thick outside edge. And the moment that does do so, the ball usually more often than flies away through the third man region. 7 for him now. But the problem here for the Vision Shipping is, Samir, that every run that they take will create a bit of pressure on the fielding team because they are defending a low score. Oh, gem of a delivery from Saqib Mahmood. Look at that wry smile between both the captains to each other. He knew that that was a beauty.
Good contest this between these two. Haider wants to be attacking, but Saqib is bowling some good deliveries. Yes, some good lines. Very close to the stumps, that one. We'll have to be careful. And he has to do what he did the previous day, I think. Not look for big shots, just try and get runner ball. That should see them through. Let the other batters bat around him, and that worked perfectly for them in the previous game. That is the role that Haider plays in this team. This has been nicely hit in the gap, although it doesn't have the legs to go past Sajjad Malook at mid-off. He'll get the single. Now this is what he should do. Just get bat on ball, get off strike, try and bat the 20 overs. You'll get to your target.
I'd like to see them bring the field up. Maybe a couple of fielders in the circle for Haider Wasisha. I beg your pardon, for the skipper Muhammad Haider. And encourage him to go over the field, because if there was a mid-off fielder there, that would have been a regulation take. Three more deliveries to go to end the 7th. 5 runs coming off Saqib Mahmood's last over so far. That's a good looking shot of the back foot. Nicely played into the gap. An easy couple of runs. Haider Wasisha is looking extremely good. Well, he looks like he's very much in the zone. He wants to play the anchor role. Make sure that he sees his team through, that he bats the entire 20 overs. And if he does that, definitely he's going to get the team over the line.
And this is what they need to do. Just hit balls in the gaps. No need to take too many risks. They aren't chasing too much. So this will do nicely for them. This is full, nicely flicked off his pads. That's in the gap as well. Midon should be able to cut that off, and they're coming back for the second. Will do it comfortably. So This seems to be the order of the day for 7 District, especially because they've lost those early wickets. They look to now just hit them in the gaps, get those 1s and 2s, keep the scoreboard ticking and take the game deep. If they bat the 20 overs, they will take this game home, and that will become 2 in 2 for them.
So I was just about to say that they've got to get the 10 wickets here. The vision shipping, they are not going to defend this score by just trying to limit the scoring, where that is just very near to impossible from this stage onwards. They've still got 7 wickets in hand. Oh, has he got an edge? Has he got a glove? But the umpire states that there was a bit of pad there on the way. So good over for the 7 Districts once again. 9 runs, in fact, coming off the Saqib Mahmood's last over. But the skipper's bowled extremely well. 2 for 24 of his spell of 4 overs. He's bowled out 46 for 3 at the end of the 7th. So 46 for 3 after 7 overs, and it's going to be the Shahbaz Ali, the new change of bowling. And nicely played there by the skipper off the back foot. Not much timing behind that, but they still think of a second, an opportunity, a bit of confusion. A huge mix-up between the 2 batters. Yes, no, yes, no. And finally, the skipper Mohammad Haider had to put a dive in to make sure that he was safe. Look at that. A good looking shot there. They got the first couple of runs easy. And then in the 3rd run, both batters, yes, no, yes, no. Finally. But luckily for them, they managed to make that call early. So both batters made sure that they were back in their crease, safe and sound. So no damage is done. So good start here to the over for the 7 Districts. 2 runs coming out the first ball. Shahbaz Ali. Can he get a breakthrough? Make some room. A good delivery just above the middle and off length. A quick single down to covers. There's going to be a change in the voice here in the comm box. My good friend Rizwan joins me. Welcome Rizwan back to the comm box. Exciting contest ahead.
Thank you very much, Atiq. What we thought that it would be a walk in the park for 7 Districts, turning out to be a good encounter here. Having lost 3 quick wickets, 7 TVSL are putting in brilliant effort to stop the flowing of runs, and Syed Wasi Shah playing the sheet anchor role there. In comes Shahbaz, this time played towards the point region. Bit of work for the fielder there. Nasir part. And coming back to the point, Mohammad Haider is trying to build up that the partnership here with Syed Wasi to ensure they get to the total quite easily. But if they can get some quick wickets here, it'll be a cracker of a contest.
Well, it certainly will be. 51 for 3 now. The 2 runs has brought up the 50 for the 7 Districts inside the 8th over. Good delivery. Very good delivery by Shahbaz Ali. This is what he can do. He's that kind of a bowler who can hit the deck hard, get the ball skid onto the batter. But Haider Wasi Shah, he's one of those top batters going around in the domestic circuit in the UAE. He will be quite wary with what Shahbaz Ali can do. And he will want to make sure that he does play out these entire 20 overs and guide his team towards victory. Just 79 required for victory now of 12.2 overs. Still very manageable. Pulled. There's a fielder, there's an opportunity. The catch has been taken. Shahbaz Ali strikes, and it is that big wicket of Syed Haider Wasisha. 7 districts lose their 4th wicket, and now they are under pressure.
Short ball on offer, and this time he tried to pull it and straight into the hands of the fielder. Vasisha completely disappointed with himself. There was no need for that. The required run rate is just about 6.51 runs per over. All they had to do is channel their innings, and unfortunately they are losing wickets at regular intervals, and Shahbaz comes back extremely stronger this time after those brilliant deliveries. "51 for 4 now, 7 districts. As we discussed, Atiq, short totals will be deceptive. Shahbaz Ali making it count for his team. What a beautiful delivery that is. Right on the money. Questions being thrown away straight towards Shahzad.
Well, a great welcome there to Shahzad Ali by Shahbaz Ali. Brilliant stuff. 8 overs done, 51 for 4.
In comes Jawad Ghani, experienced campaigner for TVSL, has been playing with them for a very long time, knows his strengths and weaknesses. If he can get a couple of wickets here, it'll be a cracker of a contest. Jawad Ghani setting his field, and a lot of work to be done for 7 districts now. Muhammad Haider has been there for some time. He has to stay around, stitch a partnership with Shahzad. He should not worry about the run rate at this stage. Just stitch in that partnership, and if they can manage to get that, I think it'll be all good. I think it'll be Muhammad Haider who would be facing Jawad Ghani. "51 for 4. Jawad Ghani comes into the attack this time around. A beautiful delivery to start off with. Outside the off stump, no width on offer, straight towards the keeper. Haider has to calm down a bit and just convert those singles and doubles and ensure they get along and chase the target comfortably. Because the asking rate is not that much. As long as they can stay around and score those runs, it'll be all right. This time, just guided towards the third man for a single. Gets Shahzad on strike as a good all-rounder. In a T20 format, whether it's a big total or a small total, you need to have those partnerships going And as long as you have those partnerships stitched in, it'll be an easy affair. Failing which, if you keep losing wickets at regular intervals, it will be a recipe for disaster. In comes Jawad Ghani. This time, yet again, right on the money. No width on offer. Saqib Mahmood marshalling his troops extremely well. Required of 11.3 overs, 6.78 is a required run rate. This time opportunity and a dropped him. It was a wonderful looking catch, and whilst getting down, it hit the elbow and the catch was dropped. Lucky for Mohammad Haider there. Shabaz. TVSL are playing out of their skin. They want to have this win. They're giving their 200% on the field. Not giving away any freebies whatsoever. Jawad Ghani just given away 2 runs. Mohammad Haider. This time an inside edge onto the pad. Just a single. Shehzad, known for his all-round performances in the domestic circuit, has to come good tonight. They don't have to worry about the lost wickets as long as they can continue with the flow of runs, about 6 runs or 7 runs per over. They should be in comfortable stage. Yet again, just played opportunity here. No. And after 9, TVSL are 55 for 4. Shehbaz Ali into his second over picked up the wicket of Wasi Shah. A brilliant first over from him. Just given away 5 runs. And in comes Shehbaz towards opportunity. No. Play and a miss. Shehbaz Ali was not successful with the bat tonight, and he's making it count with his bowling. A wonderful all-rounder for TVSL. Had a very good season in the T10, which was concluded towards the end of the last year. And this time around, he's coming up absolutely brilliant with his bowling performance. Shehzad finding it difficult to score off Shehbaz here. And again, beautiful looking delivery. No width on offer. Dot ball. Dot balls are absolutely brilliant for the bowlers in a T20 or a T10 format. That gives them the confidence, and for batters it's just a case of middling that one ball which would give them the confidence. 2 dot balls on the trot for Shehbaz. He's bowling really well here. This time towards the leg, on the legs. Bit of work for Sajjad Maluk. We'll have to wait for the umpire's call. Leg by given. Gets Mohammad Haider on strike, who's been around for some time. Scored 13 of 16 deliveries. He's giving himself room against the fast bowlers, with which he's been successful in getting those singles and doubles. And let's see what's in store for him now up against the mighty Shehbaz.
So 56 for 4, 3 more deliveries to go. Oh, that's a good delivery. Very good delivery. Not easy to bounce a batter like Mohammad Haider, isn't it? 6'4". Usually to a normal batter that would have been called a wide overhead height. But Mohammad Haider, he just tried to make some room, tried to play it down towards a third man, was not able to make contact there.
He's shuffling a lot is what I've noticed. He should probably play in the line of the delivery. Instead, he's getting beaten for pace here. And at the same time, with those shuffling around, the bowlers following the batsman as well.
Once again, making some room. It can be quite a risky ploy here. Mohammad Haider flirting with danger. As a batter, bowler like Shahbaz Ali being very smart when the moment he does see that Mohammad Haider slightly moving towards that leg stump, trying to make contact, sometimes can be very, very risky. It's got to be very smart here. 56 for 4, 9.5 overs. The vision shipping are certainly making a contest out of this. Oh, look at that. Very good delivery. It's been a brilliant over from Shahbaz Ali. Just one run off that 10th over at the halfway stage. 7 districts, 56 for 4.
Right, Jawad Ghani back into the attack. Shehzad facing him this time. Just guides it for a single. Atiq, looking at the current situation, the required run rate is inching up, which is currently at 7.40. And the way 7 districts is currently batting, it's not going to be an easy chase.
Well, they certainly is getting tougher now for the 7 districts. Now it's just about making sure that they keep rotating the strike. Those wides, those extras can help their cause certainly, but they still have got some good batters to come even after this. Hafiz Almas still in the dugout. He's one of those batters who is one of the cleanest hitters of the ball, can hit the ball a very long way, Hafiz Almas. This partnership is going to be a crucial one here for the 7 districts. If they can get it closer, get within striking distance for the likes of Hafiz Almas to come and make some serious damage, it would help their cause this time. A quick drop and a run. Mohammad Haider has got to just try to get a couple of boundaries here. If he can do that, then that would ease their nerves a wee bit.
As long as they can manage to get 5 to 6 runs an over currently for the next 3 to 4 overs, keeping the asking rate under 7, it should be alright for them. However, if too many dot balls are coming into play, then it will be difficult. This time, placed it towards the third man region just for a single.
Quite a risky shot there, trying to angle it down to third man with a slip fielder in position. And on that occasion, he got enough bat to get it wide of that slip fielder. So 60 on the board now. Like you said, Rizwan, the rate required is slowly climbing, 7.37 now, still manageable. The players nowadays, they will be even comfortable chasing at a rate of 8 to 9 runs and over. That's how cricket has evolved over the last 5 to 6 years, with all the hard hitting, the T10, T20 format coming into play. Oh, gets up in the air, an opportunity, and easily taken. Nasir Faraz does not make many mistakes. He's one of the best fielders in the vision shipping lineup. And the skipper, Mohammad Haider, after a very, very difficult stay at the centre, has to depart.
Mohammad Haider was looking uncomfortable from ball 1. He was shuffling a lot towards the leg side, and this time a short ball, Jawad Ghani, this time, and he tried to heave it and gets caught out there. Scored 14 of 21. TVSL are 60 for 5.
Oh, good looking shot. Pulled in front of square. That's running away to the boundary. The fielder has absolutely no chance. Afaq making sure that he got on top of the bounce and plays it beautifully into the gap.
First ball is faced and it made it count. Oh, what a brilliant looking shot towards the mid-wicket region for a boundary for Afaq. A good start for him. That will release a bit of pressure for 7 Districts.
It certainly does look like he can back up punches, isn't he, Afaq? Broad shoulders. Solidly played behind that. My co-commentator here with me, Mr. Rizwan, is a very seasoned domestic cricketer. We'll ask more from him in the next over. 11 overs done, 65 for 5. Awais Safraz, the man of the match of the previous game, gets an opportunity with the ball. He's been brought in to bowl the 12th over, so looks like he's going to bowl the 12th, 14th, 16th and 18th on the trot. He's somebody who is going to be very crucial. Very surprised to see him come in so late. Going to be very interesting how he goes about it. Oh, look at that. Angling it into the right-hander. Well, just to continue our conversation from the previous over, Rizwan, you are an established domestic cricketer. Being a batter yourself, my friend, scored over 6,800 runs in the domestic circuit. How would your approach be if you were out there in the middle right now?
Well, I've played Division 2 and Division 3 in the domestic circuit here. For me, it would be a case of stitching the partnership for at least up till 15 overs. And then, as long as I can maintain that run rate between 5 to 6, 6.5, and then go bang bang towards the end with wickets in hand. And Awais Sarfaraz, known as Ballu in the domestic circuit, is a very good left arm spinner. Very difficult to score runs off him. This time I think it's a very clever move from Saqib, the skipper, to keep him towards the death overs. He does not give you any width on offer, ensuring his bowling wicket to wicket. A brilliant performer, Awais Sarfaraz.
Yes, he's an exciting prospect, isn't he, Awais Sarfaraz? Man of the match in the previous game, picked up 4 wickets. He was absolutely brilliant the other day. Played against the 7 Districts Juniors. Emerging victorious. So now, this is going to be a very, very interesting contest. Shahzad Ali and Afaq going up against one of the best left-arm spinners here in the UAE. Last ball coming up off the first. Gets regulation outside edge. There was a bit of a yes and no. A direct hit would have been very interesting. 12 overs done, 68 for 5. Good delivery there. Jawad Ghani into the attack to bowl the 13th. 68 for 5. Things are getting really interesting now. The required rate is touching close to that 8 run per over mark. This is turning out to be a nail biter. This can go all the way down to the wire, I'll tell you.
Afaq playing well here for 7 Districts. And if TVSL can manage to get a couple of wickets here, it'll be a wonderful contest. Previous over was absolutely brilliant. Chance there, sent upstairs by the umpire, Mr. Akbar.
Well. Disaster here. The batsman has begun to walk. They've gone upstairs, but looks like he was short by a yard or two. Just look at that brilliant work there. Shahbaz Ali from that mid-wicket region, and looks like, yes, he was gone for all money. He was gone for all money. Shahzad Ali, unfortunately, might have to make the long walk back to the dressing room. Disaster struck here for the 7 Districts. They lose their 6th wicket. The Vision Shipping are buzzing in high seas. 68 for 6. So new batter in Hafiz Almas. He's gonna be the crucial cog in the wheel here for the 7 Districts. Can he actually create an upset The vision shipping right now right on top. But still 7 overs to go after this. Lot of time in the game still. 62 runs required for victory. And now the rate required has climbed to 8.3. This is getting really, really hot out there now, Rizwan.
Absolutely, and Jawad Ghani yet again right on the money, not giving any room and making it count for TVSL. And you can see the buzz around the ground. The whole fielders, they are in for this. They are playing out of their skin. They do not want to give away anything. And with the pressure mounting up of the required run rate, there will be opportunities for the wickets. They would go hard, and that could create some opportunities for them.
Well, they certainly do. The 7 districts desperately require partnership here. They'll want these two, Afaq and Hafiz Almas, to put on a partnership. Short and wide this time, trying to pierce that offside field on that occasion. Afaq not able to make contact. Last ball coming up off the 13th over. This has been a brilliant over so far.
Brilliant.
Wicket, but yet to consider run as well. He's got to finish strong here.
Absolutely brilliant back-to-back overs, I would say. It's a complete team performance here from TVSL. Yet again, a wonderful fielding yet again from TVSL. And after the completion of 13, they are 68 for 6. In comes Awais Safraz for TVSL, and joining me in the comm box is Samir Yunus. Welcome back.
Thank you very much, Rizwan. Well poised, isn't this game? TVSL have regularly picked up wickets and taken control back with the ball in hand. It's a real challenge here for 7 district. They've still got the batters to do it. Hafiz Almas, certainly one of those big strikers of the ball. If he has one good over, 7 district will be well and truly back in the game. This will be nicely pushed towards third man. Tried to stop it with his foot there. First time, not so successful. The second time, Jawad Ghani will ensure he'll keep it to just 3 runs. He'll have to do that regularly, Hafiz Almas. Run well and then also find those boundaries regularly.
True that, and Afaq will have to play that big innings to chase that down. 59 required of 6.4. The run rate is close to 9 runs per over. And with a brilliant over previously from Awais Safraz, this time he's try to play towards a point region, just for no run conceded there.
Yeah, when we saw the team names today, Rizwan, I thought it's going to be a high-scoring affair, some big shots, some big hits from both teams, but it turns out it's the bowlers who've put on a show today so far. It's been one of those low-scoring thrillers. Which type of viewer are you? Do you like those big shots, big sixers, big scoring games, or do you prefer low scorers like this?
Me being a batsman myself, I would prefer to have those big scores and chasing those totals as well. And Awais Sarfraz has been absolutely magnificent here, making it count for his team, Samir.
Yeah, bags of experience, doesn't he? As long as he's here, that's how much experience he has. He knows exactly what is required of him in situations like this, and he's been instrumental in the success of TVSL over the years. Yeah, not offering any room. Oh, this is sloppy. Very sloppy. Not at this stage of the game. You have the team well under pressure. You give away easy runs like that. That's not going to help your cause. A welcome boundary, a much needed one for 7 district.
Absolutely, a much needed one for 7 districts. That should have been stopped a bit sloppy there from TVSL. Ballu, known Awais Sarfraz, quite known as Ballu in the domestic circuit here, has the style of Sanjay Dutt from India.
Munna Bhai, that's what comes to mind. Quite a few cricketers I've seen over here who take after that style. There's someone I met who was very similar to who's the actor? I think it was Rajesh Kumar or some actor, and he was, even the way he spoke, the way he walked. You have some super fans that they like to emulate their role models. There's been a bit of a hold up. I think we're waiting for some message from the scorer to the umpire, or not sure exactly what's going on out there. But they've got 7 runs off this over, which is exactly how they need to go from here on. 7 plus is what they require. I think as long as Hafiz Almas is out there, 7 District will believe that they will be able to chase this down. He's got the keys now to this chase, Hafiz Almas. Afaq, of course, has to play that anchor role as well. Try and be with him until the end.
If he could save that last delivery, away Sarfraz. This time, a beautiful looking delivery yet again. No run conceded. After 14, they are 75 for 6. In comes Jawad Ghani. Just gave away 13 from 3 overs and took a brilliant wicket there. Guides it towards the leg side just for a single.
Yeah, he's another one of those experienced blokes in the team. And that's what TVSL have relied upon. Yes, they've got some good cricketers, but it's those years of experience in playing similar situations that have helped them make a match out of this. They've bowled good lines, good lengths, good changes in the middle as well with the bowling. And that's what has helped them get 7 Districts on the ropes. Full delivery, straight to the fielder. Shahbaz Ali dropped a catch earlier, but since then, they've done well on the field.
Good field positioning, perfect bowling. It's all happening for TVSL here. The required run rate now, 9.5. It's not going to be an easy affair unless and until Afaq and Hafiz comes good for 7 Districts.
This has been pushed towards backward point. Third man will come across. They'll come back for the second. Should be able to do it comfortably. I just get the feeling that this is the one over they're going to watch out now, these two. Just get Jawad to finish his quota. And then from the next over onwards is when they'll start stepping on the gas.
They need to shift their gears. They need to shift them right away, I would say. The more you delay, the more it's more or less a recipe for disaster.
Once again on that 4th stump line, a direct hit. Not to be. And the lines have been brilliant from the fast bowlers of TVSL. Starting off from Danish Qureshi, even the skipper Saqib Mahmood bowled some very good lines. They didn't give away too much room, or they weren't too full either for the batters to drive them. They've hit those right lengths and been on that off-stump channel regularly. And when you bowl there regularly, batters have to force the issue. They have to create shots. And that has been the success story for TVSL so far. Oh, almost carrying to Nasir Faraz at point. Jawad is delivering another good over here for TVSL.
It's a case of when in a T10 or T20 format, for the matter of fact, one good over can change the complete statistics of the game. And I think that is what they would be eyeing for. And with 2 overs up his sleeve for Awais Sarfraz, they might go big in the coming hours. Last ball. This time heaved. Opportunity there for the fielder. He makes no mistake whatsoever. Hafiz departs. Jawad Ghani using all his experience here. A slower delivery this time. And the fielder makes no mistake.
Well, this is very poor from Hafiz Almaz. He knew it's the last ball of the spell of Jawad Ghani. He could have watched him out and then go big on the second over, from the next over onwards, but he's just been tempted to play that shot. Once again, a brilliant length there from Jawad, not too full. Hafiz Almaz was forced to go big and he couldn't really clear. Held on to long on for an easy catch. So 7 wickets down now for 7 District. This game is getting beyond their reach. 79 for 7. Ballu gets his 3rd over. Now that's another problem for 7 District. He's got 2 overs left with this one. So it's just not going to be easy for them. They're running out of batters, running out of attacking options here, 7 District. Muhammad Saad has come out to bat. Muhammad Saghir, beg your pardon, has come out to bat. He's certainly one of those good batters, but is the task too much for him? This one's hit towards the offside. Will only be a single. This is top quality stuff from TVSL. They've bowled brilliantly.
In a general T20 format, this is gettable. However, because of the wickets lost and the required run rate inching close to 11, it's not going to be an easy affair. But again, having said everything, cricket is a funny game. One good over can change everything.
We've seen crazier things, haven't we? You're right. One big over. Someone plays a special knock. And all the good work from TVSL could be undone. This is nicely hit in the gap. Extra cover with a bit of work to do. The throw is in. They're going back for the second. We'll get there comfortably.
It reminds me of the T20 World Cup final between West Indies and England, where Carlos Brathwaite up against Ben Stokes. We never imagined that could be chased. And the way he did it comfortably was absolutely magnificent.
Oh yeah, that was one for the ages, wasn't it? Everybody wrote West Indies off. But Brathwaite had different plans. Now, do Afaq and Muhammad Saghir have different plans? Is the answer that we're looking for. So far, well in control TVSL. Ballu is bowling some good lines.
And such opportunities for these young lads, if they can convert them, they are in the radars of the selectors here.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You should look at this as opportunities, not as a pressure situation. If you can come out of this successful, then you've done wonders for yourself. He shuffled, made some room for himself. Muhammad Saghir. Ballu saw that earlier with Sarfaraz. Just pulling back. He's a very canny character. 2 deliveries left in his 3rd over. Big shot from Saghir. Has he cleared? Yes, he has. He's cleared the fence. 6 signal by umpire Shiju Sam, and they'll need a few more of those.
A good looking shot towards the mid-wicket region. Flexes his muscles this time. And Ballu pretty much disappointed with himself after that loosener from him.
Last ball of the over. Will he look to go big again, Saghir, or will he just watch him out? Makes room, goes big again. This time, it's to the left of Sajjad Maluk there at mid-wicket. So back-to-back sixers. We've wanted a special innings. Muhammad Saghir has plans to play one.
Beautiful looking shot yet again. 2 back-to-back maximums. This will change the course of the game here for TVSL. I beg your pardon. 7 Districts. They're 96 for 7 after 16.
2 sixes to end the previous over. 34 now required of 24. And as we've been saying, in a T20, that's very much gettable. 7 districts' problem is they don't have many wickets in hand. Another here could well and truly end the game for them tonight. But Saghir, well, he has different plans. 13 of the 3 balls he's faced. Afaq will now take strike against Shahbaz Ali, who's bowled brilliantly today. 2 overs, 5 for 1. And the captain has called him back to pick up another one here. Yeah, get bat on ball, get off strike. That'll be the instruction. There's been a direct hit at the strikers. Then it is Mohammad Saghir who's run to the danger end. This should be a close call. He seems confident that he's made it. But this could well be the difference here. Nasir Faraj with a pick up and throw. Direct hits are always closer than they appear, but it seems like Saghir has made his ground. So good running, good awareness, and more importantly, he's on strike.
It's good to see Afaq back on strike. Good stuff from Mohammad Afaq, giving the strike to Mohammad Saghir. And as long as he can use the pace of Mohammad Shahbaz Ali and ensure he scores at least 8 or 9 runs, I think we are in a good contest now here, Samir.
Yeah, watch out for those cheeky shots. Fine leg is up in the circle. Away Sarfaraz there. I won't be surprised seeing him play one of those paddle shots. He just flicked that towards deep square leg. They will come back for the second. He's very quick between the wickets, Saghir, and he'll push himself to do that. And this is one of the better features of his game. He can strike the ball cleanly, but he's also very quick between the wickets. And he's going to use all that strength and fitness to put the pressure back on TVSL.
They ran quite well here, 7 districts, and the pressure is back on TVSL now. Shahbaz Ali, can he produce that magic wicket here? That's what is going to make the difference for TVSL.
He made some important runs with the bat as well, given the score that they put up. Now it's his turn with the ball. He's already picked up 1 wicket. Oh, that took the inside edge. Could have easily chopped on. Awais is inside the 30-yard circle. So another 2 here. This is good stuff from 7 district. They're staying alive in the game. And with that double, the 100 has come up as well. 101 on the board now. That's 1 milestone to get to. Another 29 runs. That's the next milestone that they need to cover.
Phase by phase, they are making it happen here, 7 districts. 5 runs already off the first 3 deliveries. Mohammad Saghir on strike. Can they get another 5 in the next 3 deliveries?
I think Saghir is thinking bigger. He wants a boundary, at least one of them in the next 3 balls, and then run hard in the others. Shahbaz Ali is thinking wickets. Oh, looked to go big, but couldn't really get the elevation. Again, they're coming back for the second. A fumble down towards long on, and that's the pressure he's applied on the fielders as well. He's running the first one harder. The fielders are taking their eyes off the ball when picking it up, and he's using that as an advantage to complete the double. He's now run 3 doubles. That shows the fitness of this man.
And it's a brilliant over there for 7 districts. 7 runs already of the first 4 deliveries. Single, doubles, everything counts. Every run matters here at this stage of the game. And they're making it happen, 7 districts.
Once again, looking to heave that. This time, they'll stick to just 1 run. The fielder was quick to get to it. And it is also the last ball that's coming up of the over. So Saghir won't mind allowing Afaq to take strike. And this should be a free hit for Afaq. If he can get a boundary of the last ball of the over, then that will be a perfect over for 7 district. It will also have Saghir on strike in the next one. But he'll have to be a calculated risk here. Can't afford to go up and lose his wicket.
Absolutely. They've got 3. They're already 7 down. As long as we have Mohammad Saghir on strike in the next over, it'll be extremely good. Shahbaz Ali with his last delivery of the 3rd over up against Afaq. This time single, guided towards the point region just for a single. After 17, they're 105 for 7.
Danish Qureshi, TVSL strike bowler, bowling his last one here, and Saqib Mahmood has gone for his big weapon to try and break this partnership here because it's looking dangerous. 25 required of 3, very much doable. Afaq is doing the right thing here. He's giving the strike back to Saghir because he's looked $1 million for the 7 deliveries that he's faced, Mohammad Saghir.
And he's doing the right thing, getting off strike, giving it to Mohammad Saghir to do the needful for the team. The good thing about 7 districts in the past couple of overs is they've not been dot balls.
Is that an inside edge? Yes. Danish Qureshi with the goods for TVSL. He was brought in to complete his quota in the 18th over, and he's done exactly what they needed. Saghir looking to go big, gets an inside edge, and the wicket that TVSL so desperately wanted has come.
A clever move from the skipper Saqib Mahmood, getting his trump card back into the attack, and he comes and does the rest for TVSL. Saghir departs after a brilliant cameo. They are 106 for 8.
Danish Qureshi with the important wicket. He'll now bowl to Wahab Hassan, who's just come out to bat. Strikes the pad. May have pitched outside leg, but they'll get the 1 run. Now the onus is on Afaq. He's been out there for a while. He knows exactly what the pitch is doing. He's the only man 7 district can rely on. But if you haven't seen him play one of those big shots, but that's what's required here for 7 district.
Yeah, he was pitching down the leg. That's why umpire not interested at all in that call. Afaq has faced 25 deliveries at the centre. The responsibility is on his shoulders now. Required run rate 9.20. It's all happening here at the ICCA Academy.
Yeah, we expected a good contest between these two, and we provided exactly that. Albeit a low scorer, but it's been entertainment, that's for sure. Behind that very nicely, only be able to get 1 run. That won't do. Danish Qureshi is just fantastic here. Just bowling back off a length, not allowing the batters to get under it. All Afaq can do is just get that 1 run. And now he'll come around the wicket to the left-handed Wahab Hassan.
The momentum is shifting like a simple pendulum. Sometimes towards the 7 districts, sometimes towards the TVSL. It's all happening here. It's like a seesaw.
Yeah, we thought the first innings, 7 district did very well to restrict TVSL to 129. We thought that they were clear favourites, but TVSL, well, they had different plans with the ball. And how well they've delivered those plans, executed those plans. Cut that away over the field at point, and that'll run away for a boundary. The game is not done yet, Rizwan. Wahab Hassan says Mehuna.
This is going down to the wire. A brilliant looking shot over the point region. Quite a very good shot here. A very valuable runs added towards the scoreboard of 7 districts here.
Just a big swing, and he gets a thick splice of the bat. Luckily for him, it went over the point fielder. It was very round in the way he's positioned. This one straight to the fielder. It'll be a dot ball. Yeah, that wasn't necessary. There was no need for that throw. And as a result, they've got the single, which brings Afaq back on strike. In fact, it's the end of the over, so Wahab Hassan will keep strike. End of 18. 2 overs left in this innings. 17 runs required.
Right, I have a question for you. 2 overs left. What's your gut feeling? Who's going to win this contest?
Well, I'm going to take the safe route and say TVSL will get the better of 7 District here, only because 7 District don't have a batter that can go big. Wahab Hassan, yes, he can slog, but the quality of TVSS's bowling might just come through here. Of course, we'd like to see some late twists and late turns in the game, but logic demands that TVSL should see this through.
Absolutely. Shahbaz Ali with his last over. 17 of 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we are up here for a cracker of a contest.
This is guided towards fine leg, who's now deep. Will just be a single. Now Afaq here. He's been out there for 26 deliveries. He's made only 22 runs. Yes, the strike rate hasn't been a problem in a chase like this, but we haven't seen him play one of those boundary shots. Now's the time. It's now or never for him. In this over, if they can get it down to around 8 runs required in the last over, and then you get one of those big edgers that goes for a 4, and that should be a very, very interesting finish to the game.
They wouldn't mind how they're going to come, whether it's an outside edge, inside edge. As long as they're coming, it's all good for 7 District. This time, he tries to give himself room, and it's a dot ball straight into the hands of the keeper.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this when batters do this. I think the only chance you're going to be able to play a good shot is by having a stable base. And you as a batter will agree, when you're shuffling too much, you lose your base, you lose your rhythm, and then that puts you off. And the bowler has enough time to then make an adjustment.
The innovations in the cricket, and looking at the way AB de Villiers, Rishabh Pant, the way they bat, they're trying to improvise their skills here up against Shahbaz Ali.
Pull that away, not convincingly, but the top part of the bat. Now, the first run should have been harder from Afaq. A direct hit again, but unnecessary for TVSL as they're able to steal another run there. So 2 runs off that delivery, comes down to 14 required of 10 deliveries. Now, this is very much doable. In fact, of 9 deliveries, all they need is 1 boundary. Like you said, doesn't matter how it comes, they just need a bit of luck going their way, 7 District.
They've got protection at the third man area. Inside edge, just fine leg is inside the circle. So they've got the offside field is quite open. But given the pace of Shahbaz Ali, it's not easy to hit them over the covers unless and until if it's in the slot for him.
Yeah, he's bowling on that good length. It's very difficult to go over covers and over mid-off. Let's see what Afaq does here. Again, skidding onto him. This has been also cut away towards third man. A bit of work to do. Afaq is slow to get back, but he'll complete the second run eventually. He's been made to run a lot when Sahir was out there, so he's certainly feeling it. A bit of fatigue coming through. But they're staying alive. 12 required of 8. Again, just that 1 boundary might be the difference here. Will they be able to get it though?
Interesting. 12 of 8. Quite doable under the T20 circumstances. It's just a case of the wickets. Are they going to pick up a wicket here?
7 District, the teammates in the dugout of Afaq will be hoping that he comes good with just 1 big shot. A 4 or even a 6 to make it even better. But Shahbaz Ali has given him nothing so far. This is full, but on that block hole. He's dug it out. And luckily for him, he hasn't timed it too well. It's gone in the gap and they've gotten another couple of runs. So now it's down to 10 runs required of 7. Wow, this is getting really, really interesting. Right down to the wire.
They're reaching the figure that you were aiming at, Samir. Yet again, he's bowling to his strength, but given the ground conditions, they're able to convert those singles into doubles. They've scored without the boundaries. The running between the wickets has been absolutely impeccable.
Well, they should have done this a bit more earlier on. I thought the top order was looking for boundaries, but not getting those 1s and 2s. Maybe a bit of complacency given that they were chasing a low score. Last ball of the penultimate over, an important one. Oh, misses it completely. There was a boundary for the taking. Third man was deep, but he could have gone over the keeper. Much needed dot ball for TVSL. Right then, we're down to the last over. 10 runs required of it. 2 wickets in hand. This game is far from done and dusted. Oh, this is a big call from Saqib Mahmood, getting his spinner to bowl the last over. Well, let's look at the field here. Third man, fine leg, both up in the circle. Long on, long off. Backward point, square leg and deep mid-wicket. 10 runs required. Wahab Hassan has hit this in the gap. They're coming back for the second. And they'll get it. 8 runs required of 5 balls. A spinner in operation against the left-handed batter. What do you make of this call?
A very brave call from Saqib. He's trusting Awais Sarfraz in these conditions. As long as he does not give him in the slot, it could be a good turnout.
Longer boundary on his leg side. He's got protection down there. That's a golden dot ball. He's not going to give him anything straight. It's all going to be on the offside. He's got a backward point and a long off. But anything over third man and point, there's a boundary for the taking. 8 off 4.
If he can find those gap between this point and slip area. Awais Sarfraz this time in the slot. Is there an opportunity here?
Oh.
And Sajjad Maluk drops it. He had to run a long way. Question being asked, are they going to refer it upstairs?
Well, they'll come back for the second. The catch has been dropped. Lots happening here at the ICCA Academy. Neither of the team wants to give in easily. Wahab Hassan, he hit that high up in the air. Sajjad Maluk came running in. There was a throw at the keeper's end. He took the bails off quite quickly, but here's another look. Didn't get any distance. He thought that he had lost his wicket. That's why he ran the first one slowly, but he was a little late to realize that the second one was on. But has he made it back in time? That's the question. Yes, he has. Yes, he has. Right then. 6 off 3. It's still not over. Asking for the non-strikers run out there. Asking for the non-strikers run out there. Are they appealing though? Saqib Mahmood says, no, I don't want that wicket that way. Now, I don't want to use that word that everyone uses when it comes to the non-strikers end. We'll discuss that later. The game is in the balance. 6 off 3. Awais Sarfraz has been expensive, but he's been relied upon in this last over. Short, misses it completely. A bit of pace there.
Just one big hit away. Anything could happen here. 6 of 2 deliveries required.
A 4 and a single. A draw maybe.
Super over.
I don't think we have super overs here. We'll try and find out. It may be a boundary count, but we'll just confirm that. But what a finish this is turning out to be. Can Wahab Hassan be the hero for 7 District? One big hit away. Oh, he's got that. Is that in the gap? Yes, it is. It's a boundary. Wow, Wahab Hassan. Now they're 2 runs away from victory. 1 run away from drawing it. And they've got 1 delivery to do it. This is Entertainment Pro Max.
It was in the slot for the taking and he maximizes it with a good looking boundary there towards the mid-wicket region. It's all happening here at the ICC Academy.
2 runs. Now they've run a lot of 2s in the last few overs. All they need is hit it in the gap. Hit it in the gap. The field is coming in now. Lots of changes. Awais Sarfaraz wants his fielders to be in certain positions. Let's see what they're doing now with the field. There's a mid-wicket inside the circle. There will be a chat between the two batters. There's hands being pointed in all directions. Long on, long off, stay where they are. Deep mid-wicket stays where he is. So does deep square leg. Extra cover is in position as well. There's third man. There is no fine leg. There's a very round point and there's an extra cover. 2 runs required off the last ball.
I have a gut feeling this could be a dot ball.
It's going to be darted on the offside, that's for sure. Yes, yes. TVSL in the end. Hang on to this. A quicker delivery outside the off stump, and look at that celebration from Ballu. He was relied upon to deliver that last over to defend 10 runs, and he's done it. He's done it with a bit of a heart attack, but he's done it.
I might as well be a fortune teller here, Samer.
Well, you said dot ball, but it was a wicket, but we'll give you that, Rizwan. But look at that for celebration. Look at what it means to TVSL. 2 good teams going head-on with each other, and they certainly produced a classic here at the ICCA Academy. What a game, what entertainment, what a finish to what we thought was going to be a thriller, and it certainly was a thriller.
Went down till the wire. Brilliant performances from both of them, both the teams here at the ICCA Academy.
Neither team willing to give up, and in the end, it is 7 District who fell short by just 1 run. Look at that. Good start from Muhammad Irfan, got 15. So did Syed Haider, Wasi Shah, but all of the batters perishing to shots that they shouldn't have played. Farman Ali getting out early. Syed Haider with 22. Rizwan CP unable to contribute, a golden duck for him. Muhammad Haider, when he tried the skipper, made just 14 runs. Afaq, he remained not out, but just ran out of batters in the end. Until Saghir was out there, there was a hope for 7 District, but he perished to Danish Qureshi, and Wahab Hassan was there until the end, but just falling short, unable to connect on that last delivery that was bowled by Awais Sarf.
And looking at the bowling card here, Saqib Mahmood gave away 24 runs and picked up those 2 wickets. Danish Qureshi 2 for 29. Shehbaz Ali 1 for 21. The pick of the bowlers for vision shipping was Jawad Ghani 2 for 17. And Awais Sarfraz Ahmed, the last delivery was the golden delivery, I would say. 1 for 35 in his allotted 4 overs. And in the end, TVSL managed to win by just 1 run.
I'll speak of small margins. That's exactly how they've won it. This is how it started. A first ball wicket for Danish Qureshi. Farman Ali nicking it to the keeper there. And they were certainly brilliant with the ball in hand, TVSL. There were a few good shots from Muhammad Irfan and Syed Haider. Wasi Shah, he was given a chance as well, Syed Haider. But Irfan in the end playing 1 shot too many. And holding out to Sajjad Maluk over there. And then the wickets kept coming. This was CP Rizwan with the first ball duck. Shahbaz Ali really troubling the batters with that bounce and pace of his. Jawad was brilliant. 2 wickets in his 4 overs. Gave away just 17 runs. And the fielding from TVSL was fantastic. They held on to their catchers. And that was a run out from Shahbaz Ali. Just that 1 drop catch from Shahbaz Ali. But other than that, they were just fantastic in the field. TVSL bowled well, fielded well, and defended a paltry total of 129 quite handsomely. Credit to their bowlers who were superb. Awais, well, he was expensive. But in the end, Danish Qureshi came back to pick up that wicket of Saghir. And with that, it was all but over for 7 District until Wahab Hassan dragged it till the end. Right, then this is what happened. 7 District won the toss, chose to bowl first. And Vision Shipping only made 129 for 9. We thought it might not be enough, but they bowled extremely well. Especially Jawad with 2 for 17 and Saqib 2 for 24. And Danish Qureshi 2 for 29. Allowing TVSL to win by 1 run. We'll take a quick break now. When we're back, it will be the post-match presentation with Atiq Nizam. encounter here at the ICCA Academy. The Arabian Cricket League 2024 gets hotter and hotter, and the matches are becoming even more competitive. Today, we had Severn District taking on TVSL. It promised to be a mouth-watering contest. We thought it'll be a high scorer, but it ended up being a low scorer. However, a thriller it was. Went down to the wire, and in the end, it was that last ball that resulted in a win for TVSL. Before we begin our presentation ceremony and we announce our player of the match, I'd like to quickly thank all our sponsors, the tournament organizer, this awesome venue, the ICC Academy, our streaming partner, Fan Code, our support sponsors, Severn Districts who were in action today, and of course our broadcast and event partner, Sport Ethics. The first innings, TVSL were put into bat first. They made 129 for 9. In relation to the tournament, we thought that score might just not be enough. However, their bowlers had different plans. They ensured that they won by 1 run by restricting Severn District to 128 for 9. A last ball win for TVSL by just 1 run. To announce the player of the match and to give away the trophy and a special hamper from arsuk.com, I've got Mr. Iftikhar Ali here, our match referee. Thank you, sir, for joining us as you always do. And for a brilliant 43 of 32, the standout batter in both the innings, it was Nasir Faraz with 4 fours and 1 6. Congratulations, Nasir. A brilliant innings under the circumstances. It was tough out there for the batters, but he was the one man who made batting look very easy. दो सवाल करेंगे आपसे. एक तो ये कि बाकी सारे बैटर जब स्ट्रगल कर रहे थे, आपने बहुत अच्छी शॉट्स खेली. क्या अलग किया आपने बैटिंग में?
जी, मैं काफ़ी दिनों से प्रैक्टिस कर रहा हूँ, अपने फ्रंट फुट पे वर्क कर रहा हूँ, क्योंकि यहाँ पे T20 क्रिकेट है, उसमें बॉल इतना पुराना नहीं होता, तो न्यू बॉल के प्रैक्टिस कर रहा हूँ मैं. तो यही रीज़न है कि यहाँ पे ICC बॉलिंग कंडीशंस होती है, तो यहाँ पे जितना आप स्टे करने जाते हैं तो रन्स नहीं बनते, आपको तो थोड़ा बैट निकालना पड़ता है. तो वही मैंने ट्राई किया और कामयाब हो गया.
वाकई में पिच आपको डिफ़िकल्ट लगी कि बैटिंग के हिसाब से आप समझ रहे हो कि आपके बैट्समैन ने सही तरीके से बैटिंग नहीं की है?
हम 15-20 रन शॉर्ट थे. पहले तो हम 170-80 सोच रहे थे, लेकिन जब 4 जल्दी आउट हो गए, मैं और शहबाज के बीच में यही डिस्कशन हो रही थी कि हम 150 के लिए जाएंगे, लेकिन अनफॉर्चुनेटली मैं गलत शॉट मार के आउट हो गया, पार्टनरशिप ब्रेक हो गई, तो उस वजह से हम अपना टारगेट अचीव नहीं कर पाए. लेकिन क्रेडिट सारा बॉलर्स को जाता है जिन्होंने अच्छी बॉलिंग की और 1 रन से मैच जिताया हमें.
आपकी फील्डिंग, सारी टीम की फील्डिंग और आपकी बॉलिंग बहुत अच्छी रही थी. ब्रेक में क्या डिस्कशन चल रही थी ड्रेसिंग रूम में कि क्या इस 129 को आपको डिफेंड करना है?
देखें, अगर हमारी बैटिंग आप देखें तो हम तकरीबन 7-8 तक हमारी बैटिंग है, इवन कि हमारा लास्ट प्लेयर भी बैटिंग कर सकता है. तो हम यही डिस्कस कर रहे थे कि अगर हमसे नहीं हुआ तो हम उनको भी नहीं बनाने देंगे. हम कोशिश करेंगे कि इनको रोकें, और सब बॉलर्स ने अच्छी बॉलिंग की लाइन और लेंथ पे, तो हम मैच जीत गए.
आपकी बैटिंग बहुत ज़बरदस्त थी, मज़ा आया हमको भी देख के, और विश करते हैं कि आगे से आप ऐसे ही बैटिंग करते रहे. मुबारक
इंशाल्लाह. थैंक यू सो मच.
Nasir Faraz, arsuk.com player of the match in this encounter between Severn District and TVSL. The action continues here at the ICC Academy. We've got one more match coming up. That is the plate match. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back shortly. Until then, take care.